wide receiver to the left side for the Blue Jays. Chappell goes in motion, pitch to him on the right side. He cuts it back, pickup of about 6 or 7, finally brought down, went to the wide side of the field that time and picked up about 6, which will bring up third down and about 4 for the Blue Jays from their own 43.
Hey, and that was another good run by Camarion Chappell. I mean, we're going to get a good matchup with these two really good running backs. He's running hard, just turning his feet and really hitting any hole he can.
Yeah, Chappell's a 6 foot 195 junior. And runs very, very hard, So we got two, as you said, two big running backs in there. So the defensive lines and the linebackers will take a little punishment tonight from those two running backs, I believe. Third and about 5 or so for the Blue Jays. Under center is Murray. Run outside once again, cut down the sidelines, and it'll go out of bounds on the far sideline. I believe he will have the first down on that. Picked up about 7 or so on that right side that time. That time, Braxton cut it outside just a little more than they had been and picked up the first down.
Yeah, just a little bit more, but, I mean, still same concept. They're just trying to get to the sideline, trying to get outside to their tackle, tight end. I don't know what they got going on the offensive line, but really just trying to get it to the outside and get an open field.
Yeah, so far nothing really fancy at all. Nothing fancy at all, just smash mouth football a little bit right here. Charleston at their own 48, 1st and 10. Up to the fullback this time, and he's met right at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down. That is Murray actually with the football. He got brought down, and a loss of, no gain, 2nd down and about 10.
And that was good awareness by Kelly. I mean, Charleston, like I was saying, has been running to the outside sideline almost every single play. Try to pull one over on Kelly and take it up the middle. Great awareness by Kelly's defensive line and linebackers to see the ball.
Yeah, good pitch fake by the quarterback, but a better read by the lineman. You're exactly right. Charleston comes to the line of scrimmage, 2nd down and 10. 7:48 to go here in the first quarter. Ball outside. Quickly and brought down. This time is a shorter gain as they came to the left side of the field that time. That was, I believe, Rami Turner with the carry. He's brought down after about a 4-yard pickup or 3-yard pickup, be 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, it didn't pick up much, but honestly, I like that play a little bit more than what they have been doing. That play, they brought 2 extra linemen. They pulled them for a blocker, and he had lead blockers.
And to get us, if you can get that corner turned, Charleston will have enough speed. They can make some really serious things happen if they can get that corner turned.
Yeah, definitely.
3rd down and about 7 for the Blue Jays here, just inside Kelly territory for the first time tonight. Once again, handoff goes out to Turner again. He tries to cut outside, and he is brought down. Really nice form tackle there by number, I believe that was number 14, and that was, nope, take that back. 24, I'm sorry. That was Chapman, I believe, that made the tackle. Really nice form tackle there, and it'll bring up a 4th down for Charleston, 4th and about 5 or so.
Might sound like a broken record, but if they're going to keep running the same play over and over again, Kelly's going to notice, and they're going to stop it.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to the coaches will figure that out, and they'll stack that side of that particular spot and stop it. 4th down, Charleston's going to go for it here from the Kelly 47, or it looks like they're going to go for it here at least with 6:22 to go in the first.
Defensive line needs to watch the ball.
Chappell with the ball, runs outside with it, following his blocker nicely. Gets to the outside, gets the first down, goes down the sideline and out of bounds. But after the first down, it did a fantastic job, Marion Chappell did, of following his blocks right there.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Was finally able to get a little bit of open field. And as you saw, he kind of turned into something following his blockers. Kelly still did a great job of pursuing him down, making right angles, make that play.
If you're a team that's 1-2, Braxton, picking up a first down like that early in the ballgame after you've turned the ball over and get up a touchdown, I got to believe is really important for the momentum, to get your momentum back a little bit.
Oh, yeah, momentum's huge. I mean, if they can just keep getting first downs going down the field, it's going to drain Kelly's defense, and it'll be good for Charleston.
Charleston 1st and 10 from the Kelly 37. They give it off to Chappell again. He cuts right side, picks up about 3 or 4, and he's been the main ball carrier. When he's hounded the ball, they've picked up some yardage. He's done a nice job of running pretty punishing on that right side of the offensive
Yeah, definitely. Line. I mean, he's running really hard. He's a bigger back, as we said earlier, and he's using it to his advantage, definitely. And he has more speed as being a bigger back. So, I mean, it's a perfect combination for him.
So it brings up 2nd and 6 from the Kelly 33-yard line. 5:40 to go here in the first period, and Kelly with a 7-0 lead. But Charleston on about a 5.5-minute drive so far. 2nd down and 6. They line up full house backfield again. 2 in the back. They put a man in motion. They pitch it to him on the outside. Oh, and he slips and falls. Boy, he had the corner right there and just slipped and fell. That is Coleman with the carry. And that's a shame. It looked like it had the potential to be a big play.
Yeah.
Braxton.
Yeah. Getting hit in that sideline, though. Not sure how Charleston's passing attack is, but right now would be a really good time. If they could throw in a pass play, it might get Kelly on their toes and might even open up their sideline runs a little bit more.
Yeah, at some point you've got to throw the ball a little bit. At least. You can't run every play. Even the old days when I was growing up, when it was Alabama that ran the wishbone, they threw the ball occasionally. You have to occasionally.
You got to keep the defense respectable and honest.
Murray lines him up on his 3rd and 9. Hands it off once again in the backfield. He gets some good block and carries it all the way down to about the 29-yard line. A number of the Kelly Hawks bring him down, but that is Coleman with a nice carry then and brings up 4th down and about 3 or so. And you got to believe they're going to go for it since they went for it from their own 47.
Yeah,
they're
definitely
going to go for it here.
Yeah, and Charleston's being real methodical bringing it down the field. I mean, this is, like you said, 2nd time on the 4th down. They're using all their downs to get their first downs. And, I mean, it's working. It's tiring out that Kelly defense, and it's just helping out Charleston offense right now.
Exactly right. And it's about a 6-minute, a little over 6-minute drive right now for the Blue Jays. They've got it 4th and 3 from the Kelly 30. Big play early in this football game. And we're going to have a timeout, it looks like, by Charleston to try to determine what they want to do exactly. And we'll take one as well and be right back with some football action.
Focus Bank offers a wide range of business services, including loans, lines of credit, and equipment leasing. We also offer free business checking and business money market accounts. In addition to business and commercial loans, Focus Bank has been making farm and ag loans for over 80 years. We understand the importance farming means to our local community. We're part of that community, and we're here to help it thrive. Visit focusbank.com and learn how we can help you grow your business.
A reminder that tonight's game is brought to you by Focus Bank, with branches throughout Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas to serve all your business or personal banking needs. Their focus is on making your business successful and your life easier. Focus Bank, tonight's game sponsor. Well, Braxton, 4 minutes exactly to go here in the first quarter, and a big play early in the game. 4th and 3 coming up, so if you're Charleston's coach, what are you going to do?
I mean, they've been hitting all night. They're running the sideline. They have been able to get 3, 4, 5 yards of pops. I mean, they're going to have to go back to that, in my opinion, right now.
So you're telling me I'm not planning on seeing a pass, probably?
Probably not. Might expect a hard count by Charleston, though. Kelly defensive line needs to wash that ball hard.
That's a good idea, too. Morgan lines him up. He hands it off. They come left side with it. Down the sideline, and it's going to be really close as Chappell, and it'll be very, very close if he picked up that 3 or not. It all will depend on the mark. It looks like from up here he's going to be maybe a half a yard short or so.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a little short. This might just be the angle, though.
Yeah, that's exactly right. But it looks like they had to get to about the 27. Looks like they're at about the 28. We'll see, and the officials say it is short. Kelly will take over on downs, 1st and 10. And Charleston's drive, after about a 7-minute or 6.5-minute drive, is stopped. Kelly will take over 1st and 10 from their own 38-yard or 28-yard line, and I've got to believe we'll see a little more of Mr. Reese Eftink here pretty quickly.
Yeah, so you're not wrong at all.
He had the touchdown early on, both big carries. He had about a 19-yard carry and then a 10-yard touchdown run, or 15-yard touchdown run, and that's where we stand right now. Kelly 7 and Charleston nothing. Morgan brings him up under center. They do give it to Eftink. He cuts off left side. He carries a couple of players down and picks up about 7 yards. Nice job at the right side of that offensive line by the Kelly Hawks right there.
Man, he just runs so strong. I love watching that. I mean, he was hit by 2 Charleston players. I mean, he wasn't really moving, but he was churning those feet, and he was trying to get somewhere. I really like that running.
And for a sophomore in particular, you're right. He really runs hard, and it looks like I want to pick up every yard I can get every time I touch the football.
100%.
So once again, Morrison brings him up. Fullback, I formation here. They give it to Eftink. He cuts left side, hit at the line, keeps his feet, and still picks up about 4 yards. And that he'll be very close to the first down. Maybe We'll see here. It's going to be really, really close to a first down. Nice run on that left side. Once again, he got hit right off the bat, but kept those feet churned like you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, but Charleston's lucky that he kind of tripped up right there. Somebody caught an ankle and kind of pulled that right foot out. If not, it was one-on-one, and I believe he would have won that matchup.
I believe you're exactly right. First, they do call it a first down, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Hawks from their own 38-yard line. Morgan under center here in the I formation. Once again, wide out right, wide out left. They hand it off now to the fullback this time. He goes up the middle and picks up about, 2 or 3 on that play. Brought down by the middle of the Charleston offensive line. And that was Hunter Johnson, the 200-pound, 5'9" fullback, senior. And he picked up about 2 or 3, brings up 2nd and 7.
I'm still waiting to see the first pass play of the game by either team.
Yeah, I'm beginning to think that may be a while before we see
Yeah.
it. Both teams look content to pound the football down the field. If that's the case, it'll be a quick night.
Yeah.
No question about that.
Can't complain.
2nd and 7 for the Hawks here. They hand it off to F. Tink. He goes up the middle, runs really hard once again, gets all the way to the 50-yard line. That'll be a first down, a pickup of about 8 yards. And it sure looks like, Braxton, that they're just content. We'll go off tackle left, we'll go off tackle right. We'll let F-Tink sort of read that and cut back and see where the hole is and go.
Hey, and this worked out for him this whole entire first quarter. I mean, minute 50 left in the first. Kelly's up 7-0, and they've just been moving the ball. Haven't struggled on offense really whatsoever.
2 wide receivers to the left this time, one in the flanker spot, one to split in on the outside. A little offset in the backfield. They do get it off to F-Tink once again, though, and this time he'll pick up about 4. He fumbled, I believe, though, they're saying, and he did, and the Charleston Blue Jays recover. So we have a turnover, 1 for each team now, and Charleston takes over on their own 44-yard line after the fumble by F-Tink.
And it's a perfect time for Charleston to take over the momentum. Now they're even with the fumbles. Charleston fumbled once, Kelly's fumbled once, giving up possessions. Charleston can get break the end zone right here. Momentum, this could be a really different game.
Yeah, that's exactly right. They really needed that because Kelly driving down the field the way they were driving so well, and the only thing it looked like was going to stop them was that turnover, and they got it. And now Charleston will come to the line of scrimmage, 1:27 to go here in the first quarter. Charleston trails 7-0.
Bet they run it to this left sideline.
I bet you're exactly right.
Oh, the right
right
one.
side. Chapel once again goes right side, fights hard for some yardage, picks up about 4 yards on that carry. Camarion Chapel has really been the main ball carrier so far for the Charleston Blue Jays, and that side to the right side picked up about 3 yards.
And you got to be happy with how he's running the ball. I mean, Kelly kind of knows exactly where it's going to be, and there he's still popping out 3 or 4 yards a time. And you do that 3 times in a row, that's a first down.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And as an offensive lineman, you've got to love this kind of game. Just go out and be more physical than the guy across from you.
Yep.
You know, that's what it comes down to, sort of. 2nd and 7 for Charleston. They line up in a split backfield. They hand it off once again to Chapel. He goes right side. He's got a big hole this time, breaks through, and gets all the way down into Kelly territory to the 41-yard line, a pickup of about 11, and it'll be a first down for the Blue Jays.
And they're just going to keep doing it all night. He found the hole, and he hit it quick.
He really did. He's got some quick feet. He really got through that hole very, very quickly and picked up the first down. So it's going to be certainly a matchup of the 2 featured running backs, it looks like, tonight for both these teams. 29 seconds to go here in the first. Charleston with the ball for the second time in Kelly territory. Snap comes out, this time left side. And it's going to be, I believe that was number 1. I believe that's Turner with the carry for the Coleman, number 2, not number 1, for the Blue Jays. He picks up about 7 or so. So this time left side of the field, running left, right, pretty much, whichever the open side of the field is, right?
Yeah, I mean, that seems like it's been their game plan. It seems like it can continue to be their game plan.
So quick first quarter. It's Kelly 7 and Charleston nothing. We'll be back in 1 minute with second quarter action from Kelly High School.
Hello, I'm James Powell, Funeral Director and owner of Powell Funeral and Cremation Services here in Kennet. Let us assist you in planning a personalized funeral or cremation service. We offer a wide range of options to suit both your budget and your needs. Call Powell Funeral and Cremation Services, 573-717-1167, or visit us at powellfuneral.com. Because there is a difference, there is Powell Funeral and Cremation Services.
Juju Promotions in New Madrid is your one-stop shop for all your personalized merchandise. Whether it's screen printing, embroidery, promotional products, heat presses, or decals, we've got something that will suit your needs. So you, your school, or your business will always be looking its best. There's tons to see, from apparel to accessories. So what are you waiting for? Stop into Juju Promotions today in New Madrid, Missouri. And don't forget to like us on Facebook.
We're back at Kelly High School. Gets ready to start the second quarter here. Charleston with the football. They have a 2nd down and 3 from the Kelly 35-yard line. Kelly leads 7-0 here. It's been no passes so far in the first quarter, all runs. And Charleston's basically only running really a couple of plays, but they've been very successful with it. Now we see our first pass, sprint out. He looks downfield, he throws it. It's incomplete. We've got a flag down in the middle of the offensive line where you would assume you would see holding from Charleston, and that's the call. And that's a drive killer right there.
Yeah, that hurts. If it wasn't for that holding, I mean, the intended target was wide open. Pass might have been a little bit high. Still think he should have caught it, hit him in the hands. He would have been at least getting a first down, if not more.
Yeah, exactly right. And that may be why the coaching staff of Charleston run the ball so much. They may not have much confidence in that passing game right now. Let's say there's a hold there. That moves the ball back 10 yards, and it'll bring up 2nd and 13 now for the Blue Jays from the Hawks' 45-yard line. Todd Natwill, LLP, is here for you. At the law offices of Todd Natwill, you will find representation that cares about people. The team at Todd Natwill aren't satisfied with a quick resolution. They're satisfied with the right resolution. Visit toddatwill.com or visit their offices in Kennett, Missouri. Charleston at the line of scrimmage. Left side to Coleman. He tries to follow his blockers, does a pretty good job there. Picks up about 3 to get back to the original line of scrimmage, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 10. Coleman ran the ball nicely, followed his blockers, but Kelly did a nice job of stringing that out and making the tackle.
Yeah, I mean, Kelly really, they had a line up in the hole that the running back tried to hit. Anywhere he tried to go to, he saw a red jersey out there.
3rd down and about 11. So, do you throw it after the hold and the incomplete pass, or do we try to run the football again? Is the question.
I want to say yes, because I think a pass would work, but obviously that first pass they thrown didn't. So,
handoff left side, breaks to the outside and picks up about 8 that time. That was Turner with the carry for the Blue Jays. Nice run there to the left side. Bring up 4th and, let's call it 2. Once again, quick hitter and followed his blocking pretty well.
Yeah, they're probably just going to run the exact same play here, pick up those 3 yards again.
At the 35-yard line, I guess you don't have to have if you're the quarterback, you don't have to have a lot of different plays in your wristband, do you?
No.
So far, at least for Charleston, they've thrown 1 pass and pretty much 1 run up the middle, everything else off tackle and tried to cut it outside. So it's 4th and 2 for the Blue Jays here. Big play in this second quarter. Snap up the middle to the fullback. He's stopped. I believe he's going to be, unless there's a push, that's going to be awful close. I believe he'll be short of the first down, though, by about a half a yard. And if that's the case, the Hawks will take over 1st and 10. We will see here, though, where the spot. It looks one thing from the press box. It's so different from the field where you're lined up even with the markers, doesn't it, Braxton?
Yeah, definitely.
Kelly will take over on downs here as they stop Charleston for the 2nd time on 4th down and take the ball back on downs. That time a little different. Tried to go up the middle with the fullback there, and the middle of the Kelly defensive line did a nice job of recognizing that and making the tackle.
Yeah, and I think that would have been the one time I would have recommended they run the same play they've been running all game.
Yeah.
There's times, and I think they should go back to running up the middle like that. I don't think that was the time, though.
Peyton Morgan brings the Hawks out. He lines up on the line of scrimmage. Just F-Tink in the backfield. We're going to have some motion there. Let's see. Actually, we're going to have, illegal procedure on the Hawks there. A little motion on the offensive line. That'll move it back 5 yards, bring up a 2nd and a 1st and 15. And once again, Coach Powers has got to say, we just get a turnover on downs, and then we have a penalty to start to take some of the momentum away.
Yeah, and you're really just shooting yourself in the foot with penalties like that, especially a false start. I mean, I know Coach is on them all week about not jumping, watching the ball, being smart. And just
exactly right. So that brings up a 1st and 15. They go back to an I formation now in the backfield. F-Tink, the deep back for the Hawks. They had enough. They give it to F-Tink. He cuts up the middle. Nice run there and picks up about 5 on that. Just his feet cut out from underneath him there, but they just ran off between the guard and the center right there and picked up a nice, easy 5 yards.
Yeah, and that's Kelly offensive line just showing that they're better at this game. Been doing it all night. I believe they'll continue to keep doing it. They're getting good movement off the front line.
Yeah, so it'll bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Hawks here. We've not seen the Hawks put the ball in the air yet tonight. We're 9:55 to go here in the second quarter. Of course, they've really not had to. They've been to run the ball, pick up about 4 or 5 each carry. So this time they do go back. Morgan throws it out to the sideline, incomplete, intended for Ty Powers. Didn't have a whole lot of time there. Charleston brought the blitz of a linebacker, and they just didn't have a lot of time.
That's another one, though. I mean, he had that route wide open, just led him just a little bit too much. If he could have had one more second in the pocket, not even, probably just a half second in the pocket, he could have completed that pass.
So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10, another passing situation for the Hawks, and we'll see if that's the route they decide to take here. They split out a wide receiver. That's Powers to the right side. A flanker over there on the left. And then F-Tink in the backfield in the shotgun is the pass goes complete. A great hit over there. Immediately hit. The receiver is hit over there. It was complete to it was to Caleb Ziegler on the far side of the field, but it's going to bring up a 4th down and about 5, and it looks like we're ready to see our first punt of the night maybe.
Yeah, it was a good pass, good completion, but you just got to be aware of your downs right there. 3rd down and 10 on your own side of the side of the field. I mean, you got to throw it at the first down marker, don't you?
Right. You would sure think so, or to try to at least run that 10-yard route. That's exactly right. Snap is good. The kick, nice punt by Powers. It goes down, hits, rolls down, and now picked up by Charleston. He almost fumbles, comes up the left sideline with it, will run out of bounds with it quickly, pick up about 5 yards on that. That's a little risky when it's on the ground like that.
I was about to say, that is always scary. I think if I would even got around 10 feet of that ball, my coach, I probably wouldn't have played the rest of the game.
Exactly right. I agree.
Yeah, it's always scary.
Stoneville Cottonseed knows owning the early is the key to winning the season. Stoneville gets out of the ground quicker and stands stronger. Stoneville is less vulnerable to weeds, weather, and insects during its most vulnerable time, and that paves the way for a stronger finish. Own the early with Stoneville. All right, Charleston with their 3rd possession, 1st and 10 from their own 32-yard line. They come out once again in a stacked, tight formation. Murray under center. He hands it off now at left side here. Comes out and is quickly brought down. Charleston, Kelly with a nice read there. That was Turner with the carry, but quickly the linebacker in the corner from Charleston with a nice play. Oh, from Kelly with a nice play.
I mean, if they want to keep hitting the sideline, they can. They just need to figure out different ways to do it. Maybe a jet motion, get your receiver the ball, get him at a full sprint, hitting the sideline, maybe some quick wide receiver screen passes, something like that. Running the same play over and over again, it's just not going to cut it.
And that's a really good point. They've got sort of that tight end or that flanker sort of really tight in there. It would be a good place to jet start him. You're exactly right here. Handoff once again outside to Turner. He tries to come outside, and once again, a host of Charleston Kelly players really brought down nicely there. Loss on the play that time, and like you said, they're running the same play. Kelly's defensive coaches have said, okay, we're going to stop that until they show us something else.
Yeah, Kelly's 100% cued in. I mean, and I'm the same. If Charleston's not going to do anything else, stop the one play they're running. I mean, just they're flying to the sidelines. They know exactly where the ball is going to go. Charleston has to do something different.
Brings up a 3rd down and about 14 for Charleston here as they've lost 4 yards in this possession. 7:38 to go and counting here in the first half. Kelly with a 7-0 lead. Murray brings up to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 14. We'll see if there's a pass coming here. Nope, pitch outside. He's got some room to run out there. He's got close to the first down. Ooh, with the second effort. That was number 2, and that was Rico Coleman. With the second effort, he may have got that first down. That was a dandy run by Coleman.
You see, there you go. I mean, they still did the same concept. They ran the ball to the sideline, but they did it in a different motion. They did a quick pitch. I mean, they didn't have any lead blockers or anything like that. Just quick pitch and let your guy just run to the sideline and beat him one-on-one.
Coleman must have stepped out on that far sideline from us. We couldn't see it from over there. He must have stepped out, so it's going to bring up about 4th and 4, and Charleston will be forced to punt here with 6:49 to go here in the first half. Snap is set. Snap goes back. It's a bad one, but he manages to pick it up and get it off. End over end kick down the field. Powers back there. He's just going to run away from it. Watch it go roll out of bounds at about the Kelly 17-yard line. So a nice punt by Charleston there, and it'll bring up a first down and 10 for the Kelly Hawks.
Pretty good kick. Pressure in his face coming from either side. The ball was a wobbler. Rolled to him, but it was a nice kick.
Really was. A reminder, this night's game is brought to you by Focus Bank, with branches throughout southeast Missouri and northeast Arkansas to serve all your business or personal banking needs. Their focus is on making your business successful and your life easier. Focus Bank, tonight's game sponsor. We've got a quick timeout here for a water break, and we'll take one as well, and we'll be right back with more football action. Monday night at 6 p.m., we'll broadcast our first volleyball game of the season as the three-time defending Class 1 state champion Advance Hornets travel to Gideon to face the Bulldogs in what should be a very exciting match. It's also fair time. The Stoddard County Fair is next week. We'll be bringing you the Stoddard County Fair Parade at 5:30 p.m. on Tuesday evening from Dexter. Kelly with the football here, just first and 10 from the 17 after the Charleston punt. Morgan lines up under center. Put a man tight end in motion. They give the ball to F-Tink. He cuts outside this time. Gets outside. Oh, and a nice tackle there. Brought down. F-Tink had some room to run, but that was Murray, the quarterback for Charleston, who made a really nice open field tackle there.
Yeah, that was a heck of a tackle by Thomas. I mean, open field. It was just him and F-Tink. F-Tink had full head of steam going forward. What a tackle. That was awesome.
Because if he gets past Murray, he's got some major real
estate. He's got open field. So, I mean, great play by number 8.
Second and 10 now for Kelly. They ran the ball so well the first series, just went down and scored quickly, but since then a fumble, and now on their third possession just trying to get something going. Murray puts a man in motion. He goes to the right side. Now they give it off to F-Tink once again. He goes off the right side and picks up, flipped over there by Murray once again. That'll be a pickup of about 5 or 6, I believe. Actually about 3, and it'll bring up 2nd and 7, so it could set up a passing situation again for Peyton Morgan and the Kelly Hawks.
Yeah, and I'm really impressed with Kelly's offensive line this game. Almost every time that F-Tink's got the ball, he's had like a pretty open lane to run up. I mean, he's got an open field, and those blockers are making the right plays.
Kelly comes out, wide receiver out deep right, a flanker in the right slot, I formation in the backfield. Morgan in shotgun. He rolls out to the right side, pressure on the backside. The ball is fumbled, taken away by Charleston, and run in for a touchdown. He got hit from behind there. Braxton never saw the defender coming, and the ball came loose right into Charleston's hands, and it's a touchdown.
Yeah, I know. I saw that coming the entire way. I mean, he's a right-handed quarterback, so he had his back that way. I mean, that's his blind side. His left tackle's got to make that block. I mean, that's the most important block for your quarterback.
Yeah,
wow, that was nice by Charleston.
Nothing
defense.
Morgan could do on that. He never had a chance to see that coming whatsoever.
It's got to be your left tackle right there.
Yep, exactly right. So, and that's why left tackles make big
the
money.
Most
in the
money.
NFL.
Yep, that's why they get paid the most.
That's exactly right, because that's what they've got to have. That's exactly right. Charleston looks like will line up and try to go for 2 here on the conversion instead of just trying to kick it. They bring Murray to the line of scrimmage. They bring that is Wells in the backfield along with Murray. And we're going to have a timeout by Charleston. A lot of confusion as to who to get on the field right there, I think. So they're going to take a timeout and try to get that sorted out so they can try to get this 2-point conversion. We'll take a quick break and be back. You're listening to or watching football on Friday nights.
The team at Burns, Taylor, Heckmeyer, Green, and Edwards have been serving Southeast Missouri for nearly 40 years. When you have been injured on the job, call Burns, Taylor, Heckmeyer, Green, and Edwards. When you need someone to fight for your rights, call Burns, Taylor, Heckemeyer, Green, and Edwards. When you need dedicated, aggressive legal representation, choose local attorneys. Call Burns, Taylor, Heckemeyer, Green, and Edwards.
Charleston to attempt a two-point conversion here. Under center, Murray, he hands off. They cut to the outside, trying to get to the goal line. They're going to be stopped short, though. That conversion will be no good. So it'll leave Kelly with a one-point lead, 7-6, with 5:01 to go here before halftime. Just couldn't get out around the corner that time, Braxton.
Yeah, you're right. But, I mean, how do you score on a really good defense? Score on their offense.
Yeah.
You take a ball away from them. I mean, you don't have most of your defenders out there. So, I mean, that's going to be big for Charleston. I mean, Kelly really does have one of the better defenses in the area, only giving up 19 now. 15 points, but if you can't score on their defense, score on their offense.
Right, and that's an excellent point you make, because Kelly's defense has been so good and not giving any points. To be able to score on offense is a huge benefit for Charleston here.
Yeah, it is.
You're exactly right. So 7-6 here, 5 minutes to go in the first half. Some other things that will be coming up here on ACOC Media Networks. Next Friday night, we'll be at Portageville to bring you these Charleston Blue Jays against the Portageville Bulldogs. You can catch all the things we've been talking about on YHC TV Channel 21 on Sparklight Cable and YHC TV YouTube. Also on Go SEMO 95 and the SEMO Sports Zone YouTube channel. Charleston set to kick here, and that is Zach Rawson to kick off. And he tees it up, looks 5 yards deep, now puts his foot into it. Ooh. And an onside kick, it's loose, but recovered by the
Kelly Hawks.
And I don't know if that was just a faulty kick or an onside kick, but either way, the Hawks take it out right at the midfield stripe.
That did not look like it was done by design. It looks like he, I don't know, maybe he had his steps wrong or something like that, but he just towed it right on the top of the ball. And yeah, I didn't even think it was going to make it to 10 yards.
Right. The rest of the rest of the Charleston kick team didn't look like they were looking for an onside kick.
No, they looked like they were running down the field to make a play down at the 10, 20, 30-yard line, not the 50-yard line.
Peyton Morgan in shotgun here.
Yeah, it is. Almost every time Charleston's at least been sending one guy up the middle, maybe out there on the outside. Kelly's done a good job by the most part of picking it up and noticing it and recognizing it. Every now and then they'll get through.
So to stop that, can you not go with the shotgun? Do you have to put a fullback in there to try to pick up that blitzer?
It's really just starts with your quarterback. I mean, he just has to notice it, and he has to point it out. And the offensive line, they'll make adjustments and see who gets them.
Second down, off to F-Tink again with the fullback in there. This time he does get a hole. He breaks another tackle, and then is brought down after about a 13-yard pickup. And that was the F-Tink we saw running the first part of the ball game, Braxton, as he ran really hard there, broke a tackle, and picked up the first down. Yeah,
that was just another really strong run by F-Tink. Awesome running for a sophomore. He's
got a chance to be a really good one, and I can't imagine that he's not going to put on a few pounds. End up about 205 or something.
Oh yeah, just getting older, maturing, just spending more summers in the weight room.
Yep, absolutely. 1st and 10 for the Hawks here. They give it off to in the backfield. I don't know if that was F-Tink again. I couldn't tell. I didn't know if they gave him a little break there or not. Nope, Silman that time. They did give F-Tink a little break on that after that run. It'll be second down and about 9, a pickup of only about 1 there for the Hawks. Kyler Ziegler brings the play in. Back in the ballgame, F-Tink. He doesn't get many breathers, does he?
That's what I was about to say. F-Tink only came out for 1 play right there.
Yeah, when they have the football, he doesn't get many breaks.
No, but I mean, he's been looking real good running it, so I wouldn't give him any breaks either.
F-Tink is deep. They've got a back in front of him. Pass, ball's loose, taken away, and caught by, I believe, after it went off a Charleston player, maybe caught by a offensive lineman of the Hawks. You just don't see that very often.
Yeah, I was trying to make out what happened there. Charleston, I mean, again, sending another blitzer, and it worked that time. Kelly, offensive line and quarterback, not able to pick it up on time. He had a free shot right at your quarterback.
I think the official was trying to figure out exactly on that, too, because I think it was touched by, which made the offensive lineman able to catch it. It was touched by the defender of Charleston, and it bounced off of him, so made it okay. But it still brings up a 3rd down and about 15 or so now. That was a loss on that play.
Kelly's lucky to keep possession of the ball.
You're exactly right. Could have been another turnover very easily there. And Morgan's has not had much time to throw the football. They're going to have to find a little time. The offensive line is going to have to find a little time, or they're going to roll him out or something like that to give him a little option here. He's in the shotgun. He goes drops straight back. He looks long, deep down the field. He's got Powers wide open and just overthrown by probably a foot. Great effort by Ty Powers there, and a really nice spiral thrown by Morgan, and just an inch overthrown.
Man, I wanted to see that one get complete. Number one, who is that for Kelly? Ty Powers.
Yeah.
He had his cornerback beat. I mean, 2 or 3 good steps on him. That was into the end zone. And the quarterback for Kelly, I mean, he was still getting hit in the back. He still had pressure on him, and still to make that good of a throw. Man.
Yeah, did a really nice job of nice spiral down there, just an inch or two overthrown, and it'll bring up 4th, and it'll bring Ty Powers in to punt for the Kelly Hawks here as Charleston holds once again on defense. Snap goes back to Powers. It's a good one. He puts his foot into it. Nice kick down the right side. Charleston takes it, picks it up, and comes up the field. About a 10, 15-yard pickup down the right sideline. I believe that was the Rico Coleman maybe on the return, will bring up a 1st and 10 for Charleston from their own 30-yard line, 2:28 to go. Now Charleston, Braxton, their 6 points, of course, came from defense. They've got to find a way to move the football and score offensively against this outstanding Kelly defense.
Yeah, and I'm going to continue to say it all game, but I think it comes with coach switching up some plays, putting in a few new ones, making the defense stay honest. I mean, Kelly is queuing on these sideline runs, and they're going to continue to stop it.
Charleston comes out. They've got, I believe, Turner in the backfield right now. Handoff. Now they run a sweep here. The quarterback rolls out. He cuts upfield. There's a flag. I believe we'll have a hold probably on that. But Murray with the keeper picked up 10 yards. First time we've seen something a little different there, a little motion and a little trickery. But there'll be a hold, I believe, and that'll bring it back.
Yeah, it's not going to work if they're going to keep getting penalties. I mean, the 2-3 plays that they finally did switch it up and were able to get something going, it seems like he keeps getting called back by a holding or a false start or one thing or another. They're going to have to cut down on these mistakes, especially if they're going to want to stay in this game.
And with Kelly's good defense, to put your offense in a situation of a 1st and 20 is just really, really a tough spot to be in, especially when you obviously don't throw the ball a whole lot or very well. To pick up 20 yards on 3 carries is pretty tough.
Oh, yeah, and you just starting yourself out in a hole against this good of a defense is never a good recipe.
Murray under center for the Jays here. 2 minutes to go in the first half. This time he goes outside with it, hands off, finally gives it off to, I believe that would be Turner, Rami Turner, off the left side. Picks up about, let's see here, about maybe 7 or so on the play. Will bring up a 3rd down and about 11, it looks like.
With only 1:50 left in the second quarter and the clock ticking, you got to expect some pass or something.
Or are you content to go in the locker room 7-6 and just hope you can hold a punt and hold
I'm not. I can't be content with that.
They give the ball off in the backfield. He's going to be stacked up there, going to pick up about 3 or 4 yards, and then their whole right side of the Hawk defense makes the tackle, and it'll bring up a 4th down and about, let's say 8 or so. Now, if you're Kelly, do you call a timeout? They've got all 3 timeouts left. Do you call a timeout and try to get a little more time for your offense to do something here?
Seems like they're content not to.
Kelly looks like Charleston looks like they're going to try to go for it here on a 4th down. Third down. Sorry, third down 7. My mistake. That makes a lot more sense. They run left side with with Chappell. He is brought down. Now it's 4th
Kelly,
down.
I'm calling timeout, and the coach is.
Yeah.
Yep.
I forgot about the penalty that on 1st down, so it brings up 4th and 7, and we do have a timeout now by Kelly, and will force Charleston to punt. On that first punt we saw, Braxton, not a great snap, so Kelly may send the whole line trying to get a block here, too.
I'm sending pressure if I'm Kelly.
We're going to take a quick break here with 51 seconds to go, and we'll be back with the last 51 seconds of the first half.
Hi, my name is Dickie Dawkins, Jr. Well, I'm kind of old school, but I do have the online banking, which At first I thought, that wasn't really that big a deal, but now I absolutely love it. I wouldn't be without it. With the online banking, I can check to see where I'm at all times, and it's just a very convenient thing to have. I am Dickie Dawkins Jr., and I am First State Community Bank.
.8 seconds to go here before halftime. Kelly 7 and Charleston 6. Charleston with a 4th down and about 5 from their own end of the football field, so they will be forced to punt here. The Kelly Hawks send, I believe, Ty Powers back deep to return. Charleston on their first punt had a not a very good snap, so we're speculating we may see a little pressure here by the Kelly Hawks here on this punt, see if they can get a block here right before halftime.
Yeah, if I'm Kelly, I'm sending everybody. I'm not even worrying about receiving and running back the punt.
Good snap this time, though, and a good punt.
Oh,
Fumbled,
man.
ball's loose on the ground, picked up, though, by Kelly. Bounced right off the receiver's chest. Bounced forward, though, to the 40-yard line, and they will get it 1st and 10 from right at the 40-yard line to start this drive with 47 seconds to go. Now, if you give Peyton Morgan a little time, you got to figure they might try to air it out a little bit.
47 seconds left. That's what I'm going to call. They're going to start out with a run to F-Tink to that right side of the field. You can get about 5, 6, 7 yards. They can run up, snap it again. That's when the passing can come in. If Kelly can just give him a little bit of time in that pocket to make a good throw, he can make something happen. He's got a good arm on him.
So we have a penalty on the play, I assume here. So we're all walking back. I didn't really see the flag on the field, but
looks like they're going to punt it again.
So we'll see here. The chains had already moved, so we got to figure that back out. That'll take a moment to figure that back out too. Looks like it must be against Charleston because Kelly's leaving the punt team is still out for Charleston, and their punt return team out for Kelly.
It's just odd. Didn't see a flag ever thrown on the field. It seems like the fans here in the stands are kind of confused as well.
Yeah, no flag that we saw, and I think they're actually coming back. No, there was. No, I think it's about the same spot it was even. So it's got to be. I don't know. Maybe they called the play dead somehow. So Charleston to punt again.
Maybe they just want to see him punt again.
They line up the snap is short this time, but he picks it up once again, gets the kickoff. It'll be all end over end, bounce down.
Don't touch it.
End up at about the 32-yard line. So Charleston picked up about 8 yards on that exchange there. And Kelly will take over with 39.7 seconds left from their own 32, leading 7-6.
Man, both teams made me nervous on all these punts, though. They're just surrounding the ball dead. It's a live ball on the ground if it's touched by a receiving player, and they make me nervous how close they stand to it.
Yeah, not a lot of confidence of somebody picking up and making a big run. A lot more concern of a fumble, it looks like.
Yeah,
right now.
100%.
I'd agree. All right, so the Hawks come out here. Morgan is under center with F-Tink, the lone back in the backfield. They give it off to F-Tink. He's tripped up right at the line of scrimmage there. We have a flag down on the play as well in the backfield. Another flag goes in, a little pushing and shoving going on, so we'll see what all that is. We're going to have a holding against Kelly as one of them, at least. Maybe that's what both of them are. But certainly a holding against Kelly, which will push them back. And that might be enough to have Kelly just take a knee, run the clock out, and go to the locker room. We'll see here. But holding against Kelly, and should move it back 10, I would assume. Trying to decide exactly. Kelly is walking back. I have to believe they'll take that. Charleston would take that penalty. There's no reason not to.
If I'm Kelly, I'm still airing it out 1 or maybe 2 plays. At least try, see if you can get something. 30 seconds left. You can still easily put up a touchdown in 30 seconds.
Oh, no question about that. I think the only concern might be for Kelly, can they protect Morgan enough he gets hit blindside once again with the fumble?
Yeah, especially after that touchdown earlier in the game. Yeah, you're totally right.
And this moves the ball all the way back to the 10-yard line now from where the hold was, so it's going to bring up
forever.
First and forever. That's exactly right. First and a whole bunch, almost first and about 30. So I would be tempted to maybe just take a quick knee.
1st and 30, that's what they're calling it.
Must have been a personal foul on top of the
holding.
hold is all I can figure on that. So they'll have to snap it one time no matter what here, and that's what we think will happen. It looks like they might give it to F. Tink, but I would believe they just take a knee here with 15 seconds to go in the quarter.
I think
and
I
call
changed
it
my
good.
mind. At this point, I'm just taking a knee.
And that's what he does. Morgan takes the knee. So that's going to end the first half here with the score Kelly 7 and Charleston 6. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back with a little thought. You're watching football here on A-Corp Media.
Okay, my name is Dickie Dawkins Jr. Well, I'm kind of old school, but I do have the online banking, which at first I thought, that wasn't really that big a deal, but now I absolutely love it. I wouldn't be without it. With the online banking, I can check to see where I'm at all times, and it's just a very convenient thing to have. I am Dickie Dawkins Jr., and I am First State Community Bank.
Ask for Stoddard County Title and Escrow to handle your next closing. Dustin Mayer, Joe Watson, and the staff at Stoddard County Title have over 50 years of combined experience in the title and legal industry. The purchase of a home or farm is often a family's biggest investment, and Stoddard County Title and Escrow will put your mind at ease. Stoddard County Title shares a location with Mayer Law Office and can prepare a beneficiary deed, contract, seller financing documents, or transact a 1031 exchange. Before your next purchase goes under contract, ask to have Stoddard County Title handle the closing. They are your trusted name for title insurance.
Log on to visitdexter.com to see all the attractions of Dexter and Stoddard County. This region has numerous historical sites to visit, including the Stars and Stripes Museum, the Civil War Cemetery, and other attractions that showcase Stoddard County's history. Dexter is also a great destination for your local getaway, to shop for trending merchandise close to home, duck hunting in one of the region's most popular destinations, lodging for an overnight stay, and dining among our reputable restaurants. Remember, the Aquatic Center is great for summer family fun. While you're visiting, stop by the new Welcome Center. Go online, visit Dexter.com.
To make the right decisions for your operation, you need two things: accurate, secure data and the ability to make it work for you. Introducing AFS Connect Advanced Farming Systems from Case IH. AFS Connect puts you in total command of your operation, bringing together your farm, fleet, and data like never before, with ongoing support from your Case IH dealer every step of the way, so you can increase efficiency year-round. Whether you're optimizing soil conditions, managing nutrients, planting, or harvesting, AFS Connect allows you to remotely monitor every machine. You'll have access to location, diagnostics, fuel, and engine data, giving you the information you need to make the right decisions for your operation. Now that's rethinking productivity.
Focus Bank offers a wide range of business services, including loans, lines of credit, and equipment leasing. We also offer free business checking and business money market accounts. In addition to business and commercial loans, Focus Bank has been making farm and ag loans for over 80 years. We understand the importance farming means to our local community. We're part of that community, and we're here to help it thrive. Visit focusbank.com and learn how we can help you grow your business.
Hello, I'm James Powell, Funeral Director and owner of Powell Funeral and Cremation Services here in Kennet. Let us assist you in planning a personalized funeral or cremation service. We offer a wide range of options to suit both your budget and your needs. Call PAL Funeral and Cremation Services, 573-717-1167, or visit us at palfuneral.com. Because there is a difference, there is PAL Funeral and Cremation Services.
Juju Promotions in New Madrid is your one-stop shop for all your personalized merchandise. Whether it's screen printing, embroidery, promotional products, heat presses, or decals, we've got something that will suit your needs. So you, your school, or your business will always be looking its best. There's tons to see, from apparel to accessories. So what are you waiting for? Stop into Juju Promotions today in New Madrid, Missouri. And don't forget to like us on Facebook.
Log on to visitdexter.com to see all the attractions of Dexter and Stoddard County. This region has numerous historical sites to visit, including the Stars and Stripes Museum, the Civil War Cemetery, and other attractions that showcase Stoddard County's history. Dexter is also a great destination for your local getaway, to shop for trending merchandise close to home, duck hunting in one of the region's most popular destinations, lodging for an overnight stay, and dining among our reputable restaurants. Remember, the Aquatic Center is great for summer family fun. While you're visiting, stop by the new Welcome Center. Go online, visit Dexter.com.
The team at Burns, Taylor, Heckmeyer, Green, and Edwards have been serving Southeast Missouri for nearly 40 years. When you have been injured on the job, call Burns, Taylor, Heckmeyer, Green, and Edwards. When you need someone to fight for your rights, call Burns, Taylor, Heckmeyer, Green, and Edwards. When you need dedicated, aggressive legal representation, choose local attorneys. Call Burns, Taylor, Heckmeyer, Green, and Edwards.
We're for agriculture, for growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
Hi, my name is Dickie Dawkins Jr. Well, I'm kind of old school, but I do have the online banking, which at first I thought, that wasn't really that big a deal, but now I absolutely love it. I wouldn't be without it. With the online banking, I can check to see where I'm at all times, and it's just a very convenient thing to have. I am Dickie Dawkins Jr., and I am First State Community Bank.
Ask for Stoddard County Title and Escrow to handle your next closing. Dustin Mayer, Joe Watson, and the staff at Stoddard County Title have over 50 years of combined experience in the title and legal industry. The purchase of a home or farm is often a family's biggest investment, and Stoddard County Title and Escrow will put your mind at ease. Stoddard County Title shares a location with Mayor Law Office and can prepare a beneficiary deed, contract, seller financing documents, or transact a 1031 exchange. Before your next purchase goes under contract, ask to have Stoddard County Title handle the closing. They are your trusted name for title insurance.
To make the right decisions for your operation, you need two things: accurate, secure data and the ability to make it work for you. Introducing AFS Connect Advanced Farming Systems from Case IH. AFS Connect puts you in total command of your operation, bringing together your farm, fleet, and data like never before, with ongoing support from your Case IH dealer every step of the way, so you can increase efficiency year-round. Whether you're optimizing soil conditions, managing nutrients, planting, or harvesting, AFS Connect allows you to remotely monitor every machine. You'll have access to location, diagnostics, fuel, and engine data, giving you the information you need to make the right decisions for your operation. Now that's rethinking productivity.
Focus Bank offers a wide range of business services, including loans, lines of credit, and equipment leasing. We also offer free business checking and business money market accounts. In addition to business and commercial loans, Focus Bank has been making farm and ag loans for over 80 years. We understand the importance farming means to our local community. We're part of that community, and we're here to help it thrive. Visit focusbank.com and learn how we can help you grow your business.
Hello, I'm James Powell, Funeral Director and owner of Powell Funeral and Cremation Services here in Kennett. Let us assist you in planning a personalized funeral or cremation service. We offer a wide range of options to suit both your budget and your needs. Call Powell Funeral and Cremation Services, 573-717-1167, or visit us at powellfuneral.com. Because there is a difference, there is Powell Funeral and Cremation Services.
Juju Promotions in New Madrid is your one-stop shop for all your personalized merchandise. Whether it's screen printing, embroidery, promotional products, heat presses, or decals, we've got something that will suit your needs. So you, your school, or your business will always be looking its best. There's tons to see, from apparel to accessories. So what are you waiting for? Stop into Juju Promotions today in New Madrid, Missouri. And don't forget to like us on Facebook.
The team at Burns, Taylor, Heckmeyer, Green, and Edwards have been serving Southeast Missouri for nearly 40 years. When you have been injured on the job, call Burns, Taylor, Heckmeyer, Green, and Edwards. When you need someone to fight for your rights, call Burns, Taylor, Heckmeyer, Green, and Edwards. When you need dedicated, aggressive legal representation, choose local attorneys. Call Burns, Taylor, Heckmeyer, Green, and Edwards.
We're for agriculture, for growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. All right, you about ready?
Yeah. Okay. We're back at halftime here. We're at Kelly High School, where Kelly leads the Charleston Blue Jays 7-6, and Braxton. Really the story of that first half was turnovers that led to both touchdowns. An early fumble by Charleston led to a run, a 10-yard, 15-yard touchdown run by F-Tink, and then Charleston on a sack. A fumble by the quarterback. He was blindsided. Charleston runs it in. That's how we get 7-6. Really not a lot of offense from either team other than that.
No, I mean, there really hasn't. Kelly's been looking good offensively all game. And, I mean, that team's been running really well. Kelly, offensive line's been getting a really good job blocking. Just not really being able to put points up on the board. Well, like you said, it comes down to a fumble or like Charleston scored off that one play earlier in the game.
Right.
I mean, yeah, then with Charleston, I mean, yeah, in my opinion, it's just play selection, really.
Right. Joe, you've mentioned that a couple times in the broadcast that they've basically just used the same – they've run the same play except for a couple. They've thrown the ball, tried to throw the ball a couple times, but other than that, they've just run it the same play over and over and over. And it's been a real it's been an issue for them because Kelly's figured out and has been able to now sort of stop that off-tackle play a little more, and they've really struggled offensively because of that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Kelly obviously is cueing in on what Charleston is trying to do here, and, I mean, it's very obvious that they're just trying to hit the sideline every time, trying to get them a few lead blockers. But Kelly is just doing a great job of extending the play, making them run further out to the sideline, not letting them cut up and use that speed. I mean, yeah, you're completely right. Kelly's defensive coordinator doing a great job.
And correspondingly, Kelly's offense, they've opened the offense up a little bit. Besides just F-Tink, Morgan had a really nice pass to Powers earlier, just out of his reach. That would have been a touchdown probably. And I've got to believe the Kelly coaches are going to feel like in the second half they're going to have to open that up a little bit, pass the ball a little more to make something happen, to free up the inside end for F-Tink to be able to run a little better.
Yeah, and I think that's a really good idea. And the few pass plays they did run, I mean, didn't get much out of it, but they had open receivers. I mean, was about half a foot away from having a really big play for a touchdown to Ty Powers. Really, it starts with offensive line's doing a really good job run blocking. Pass blocking, they're kind of letting Charleston's pressure get through. I don't know if they're not seeing it or picking it up very well. Seems like they were, but pass plays, they're just letting them get through and not getting Morgan that much time, you know.
And the other sort of key has been with both teams a little bit, but particularly with Charleston, when they've got a little momentum going, it seems like every time they've done that, there's been a penalty that stopped their drive a little bit. They'll get a turnover or stop on downs, and then they get a penalty. Kelly the same way. They got a couple stops on downs with Charleston on fourth down, and then they get a procedure penalty or something and puts them at 1st and 15 versus 1st and 10. So both teams have shot themselves in the foot a little bit here in the first half.
Yeah, and especially with both teams run dominant offense, shooting yourself in the foot like that on the first down, second down, making you start out 1st and 15. 1st and 20, whatever it is. I mean, it's hard to get 20 yards running the ball on 3 downs. It really is. You got to air it out at least a little bit. Maybe haven't seen a whole lot of hard counts tonight trying to get either team a false start. I did see one earlier, but I think that could help out both teams as well if they would kind of.
That's a very good point. The other thing you mentioned, I think, during the course of the broadcast was the punt receive team for both teams has been a little bit suspect, I think would be the right word maybe. So that could be a real turning point in the ball game as we go along. If we get a punt that, you know, somebody muffs a punt and they fumble, it's a recovery, that might be enough. Then all of a sudden you've only got to drive 20 yards versus 50 or 60. That makes a big difference.
Yeah, suspect's a good word for it. I mean, really both teams kind of playing it dangerous, being right around the ball. I mean, if the receiving team touches it and that defending team falls on it, it's their ball. And as you said earlier, they kind of had a rolled snap to the punter.
Right.
I mean, Kelly's getting good pressure back there. So, I mean, they're one block away from, like you said, starting out 1st and goal or even a touchdown off of a punt.
Kelly will get the ball here to start the second half. The one time Charleston did kick off, it was sort of a onside kick. We weren't sure it was an intentional onside kick particularly, but it was sort of an onside kick. So we'll see how that plays out here as we get ready to start the second half. Really a closer game than I thought it would be to start with. Kelly in the first drive really just dominated, and since then Charleston's made nice adjustments on defense to keep them from scoring, and Kelly's defense is just all it's cracked up to be. They've just done a great job defensively.
Yeah, I mean, if you're basing it off of the first possession for either team, I mean, it really looked like Kelly wouldn't have problem scoring all night. It looked like they were just going to give it to F-Tink, and he was going to run it in for a touchdown almost every possession. Charleston, first possession started out really great by Kelly defense, getting that turnover.
So we're set to go here in the second half. Zach Rawson, the kickoff for the Blue Jays. He kicks it down the field now, right to the receiver. He comes up to the 30, the 35. He gets outside. He cuts down to the 50, the 45, and he'll be inside Charleston territory to start the second half. A big return there by Hunter Johnson. Kick went straight to him, Braxton, and he just took it on the run and took off down that sideline, and has got a nice return to start the second half for the Kelly Hawks.
Yeah, I mean, that was a bullet straight to his chest. I mean, I don't even think he had a choice whether to catch that ball or not. He got it, he took off, hit the sideline. He had blockers. I mean, I thought he might have turned it into a little bit more, too.
So 1st and 10 here for Kelly. Peyton Morgan brings his offense up. He's got the I formation in the backfield with F-Tink deep. There. Snap. Blitz by Charleston. F-Tink gets outside, though, gets around it a little bit, but then cut down nicely there by Thomas Murray on the tackle. And as you said earlier in the game, pretty much every play, Charleston is bringing one of their linebackers to try to shoot one of the gaps and force Kelly to get outside with the football.
Yeah, I mean, they did exactly that. That was obviously a design run up the middle. Charleston just filled basically every single gap on the offensive line, made F-Tink hit it out to the outside, and that's where the defenders were.
So is that where maybe a little, if you can hold them a little screen or something like that, might really pay off handsomely?
Oh, let's see what he does there.
F-Tink up the middle. Was going to pick up about 3 or 4 just straight off of between the center and the guard there. Picks up about 3 or 4 hard-earned yards. Will bring up 3rd and about 7 or so.
You know, I really like what you said about the running back screen. I mean, they're Charleston's pressuring. I mean, they're trying to get into the backfield, so that could be a good idea. Another good idea is wherever that linebacker, if they have to kind of work out, but if that linebacker's creeping up on tight end side, just run a tight end dump. Let the tight end literally just run 5 steps and just show his hands. I mean, he's replacing that linebacker where the linebacker is supposed to be. Nobody's there.
Good call. 3rd and 7. Morgan in the shotgun, and we're going to have a procedure penalty, I believe, on that. And that will be offsides on Charleston this time. They've come close a couple times, and a couple times the Kelly kids have jumped. This time they stayed still, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and about 3 or so, and that changes the play call quite a bit.
Yeah, it does. I mean, there's a lot of different plays you can run with 3rd and 3. But I kind of said that earlier. I mean, if they're going to keep rushing up on the line and everything like that, run a hard count.
Right.
I mean, you're going to get them almost every time if they're going to keep doing that. And if not, it keeps them just back and it gives you that 1 second longer, you know.
Ziegler in the backfield with F-Tink. Morgan Anderson, he puts a man in motion. They give it off to F-Tink. He goes up the left hole, up the left side. Picks up about 3 or 4 just inside the 30. It'll be very, very close to the 1st down. I think he's going to be from what looks like maybe a half a yard short. Be 4th down and just about a half a yard for Kelly here. A big drive here in the second half to determine momentum with a 1-point game. Charleston really needs to stop. Kelly gets the 1st down, and I think they've got to feel like they've got a chance to move it down the field. And we're going to have a officials timeout to measure, I believe. Let's see here. Yep, officials timeout here, and I believe we'll have a measurement here. And while we have a second, just a reminder, some things coming up on Acorn Media Networks. Monday at 6 p.m., broadcasting the first volleyball game of the season as the 3-time defending Class 1 state champion Advance Harns travel to Gideon to face the Bulldogs in what should be a very exciting match. It's fair time. Stoddard County Fair Parade is this week, Tuesday night at 5:30 p.m. We'll be broadcasting it from Dexter. And next Friday night, we'll be at Portageville to bring you the Charleston Blue Jays against the Portageville Bulldogs. You can catch all these exciting events on White Seat TV Channel 21 on Sparklight Cable, White Seat TV YouTube, also on Go SEMO 95 and the SEMO Sports Zone YouTube channel. Looks like just foot or so short, so it's going to bring a 4th and about 1. And I would almost bet the mortgage that F-Tink will see the football.
F-Tink. Yep.
I believe that Reese F-Tink will see the football right here. Now it's just a matter of will he go left or will he go right?
I say you go right up the center's butt.
Fullback in front of F-Tink. We're going to have a procedure penalty on the left side of the Kelly line jumped, and we'll have a procedure penalty, and I'll move him back 5, and that is a killer right there.
That's a big killer.
Coach Lance Powers will be pulling, if he has hair, will be pulling his hair
Focus
out.
Bank offers a wide range of business
and that makes
services,
you play
including
calling a little
loans,
bit more
lines of
difficult.
credit.
I mean, they were inches away from getting the first down. You didn't even have to give it to F-Tink. Just let your quarterback just kind of fall forward.
Sure.
I mean, I'm sure you would have got that first
Exactly
down
right.
now. 5 yards is a lot harder
Right,
than
right.
half a yard.
You know, do you have to put the ball in Morgan's hands and try to pass it? He's going to line up under center.
I'm sure
Got
they'll
one
just give
wide
it to
receiver to the
F-Tink.
right, one right receiver to the left. Single coverage on them. He goes back to pass. He gets it across 2 powers. It's caught, and he should have enough for that first down, I believe, down to about the 28-yard line. He'll have the first down. Just a quick release from Morgan to Powers, and they get the first down.
That's a good idea. I mean, quick, short passes. That's really all you need. If they just hit passes like that, or even just a quick, like, 2-step in slant, just something like that, just to get your connection between your quarterback and receiver and make those cornerbacks and linebackers and safeties at least make a read.
1st and 10 for Kelly here from the Charleston 27. Morgan under center. Turns around, hands it off to the fullback. He goes up. Picks up a short gain there, pickup of about 1. That will be Hunter Johnson, the fullback, the 200-pound fullback. Picks up about 1 off the left side there, but a good defensive stop that time by the Blue Jays. So 2nd down and 9. 8:51 to go here. 7-6 Kelly with the lead as we're in the 3rd quarter, and what's been a good SEMO Conference game, but between the 3-0 Kelly Hawks, the 1-2 Charleston Blue Jays. Morgan once again, I formation behind him. He puts a receiver in motion. They give it off to F-Tink. He tries to go right side, cuts back, then cuts inside, just puts his head down and sort of runs over the cornerback right there and picks up an additional 2 or 3 yards because of that.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of had a little space to the left. Majority of running backs in high school, especially at sophomore level, is going to try to take that cut. He just put his head down and his shoulder down and ran straight through that guy.
He absolutely did.
It resulted in an extra yard, maybe even 2.
Yep. 3rd and about 5 for Kelly here. F-Tink has been the main source of offense tonight for the Kelly Hawks as the sophomore running back scored the only touchdown of the night on a 15-yard run in the first quarter, first series of the game, as a matter of fact, for Kelly. And he has 3rd and 5 here, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him see the ball. 2 wide receivers left, though, 1 wide receiver right. They put one of the wide receivers from the left in motion. They give it to F-Tink. He cuts it back. He keeps his feet. He fumbles the football, but I believe he gets back on it. But he got his arm yanked there and dropped it, fell back on it after a pickup of maybe a yard or 2.
If he wouldn't have fumbled, that could have been trouble for Charleston.
Yeah, he had some nice momentum going and had the hole there, but he did fumble, and it does bring up a 4th down and 5, just where they were in the last series. So do you come right back with another pass to Ty Powers, or do you try something a little different?
I think that's a good idea. I think they should start out with a hard count, try to get that screamer off the edge to jump, because I kind of think he will. If not, I mean, right now would be a perfect time for just a short slant. Just get those 5 yards and make it a quick pass.
Yeah, we haven't seen anything to the tight end, and that's Caden Dunn, who that would be a good across the middle there. He stays in the block, though.
Ooh.
The pass goes out. It's complete to Powers. He cuts it up the field. He goes to the end zone. Touchdown, Kelly.
That was awesome.
Just a nice out route to Powers. He cut it up the field, made one receiver miss, and outran the rest of the team to the end zone.
And that was an awesome route running by him. I mean, he ran it, and he ran it like he was running a slant, and he faked it hard. I mean, he planted his foot in the ground, and he just turned around and took off to the sideline. I mean, there was nobody. That was a really good route running.
Well thrown by Morgan. Powers is already the receiving touchdown leader in Kelly school history. He adds to that, and he is now will attempt the extra point to try to put the Hawks up by 8. The snap is back, hold is down, it's good. The kick is up, and it is going to be good. So with 6:56 to go here in the third quarter, it's Kelly 14, Charleston 6. We'll be back in just a minute with more football action.
Hello, I'm James Powell, Funeral Director and owner of Powell Funeral and Cremation Services here in Kenton. Let us assist you in planning a personalized funeral or cremation service. We offer a wide range of options to suit both your budget and your needs. Call Powell Funeral and Cremation Services, 573-717-1167, or visit us at powellfuneral.com. Because there is a difference, there is Powell Funeral and Cremation Services.
A reminder that tonight's game is brought to you by Focus Bank, with branches throughout southeast Missouri and northeast Arkansas to serve all your business or personal banking needs. Their focus is on making your business successful and your life easier. Focus Bank, tonight's game sponsor. Well, we knew one of the teams would have to do something here and break up the offense a little bit. Kelly has done that by throwing the football, and they got a touchdown out of it, Braxton.
Yeah, and it's going to open up the run game for F-Tink. I mean, Charleston knows what they're wanting to do, too, and it's just give Reese the ball. But doing that, they have to respect the pass game, and that just opens up everything for them.
Power set to kick off after catching the touchdown pass. Kick extra point. He's doing a little bit of everything here. He'll have the kicking duties to kick off here. He puts his right leg into it. It is kicked down. It's going to be down and up to about the 20. Bounces around, picked up there by Charleston. They come across the field with it, up the field. Now he cuts up to the middle of the field, cuts back the opposite way. Nice spin move. Breaks out down the sideline and is finally brought down there at about the 30-yard line by Kelly. Looked a lot worse, a lot more dangerous than it ended up being.
Yeah, he put on some good moves there. I thought he was going to get hit pretty good a few different times, but he made him miss, put some good moves on him.
So Charleston with the football, 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. They're on 32. They trail by 8, 14-6 as we're midway through the third quarter. And now we'll see if Charleston on offense tries to open it up a little bit, do something a little different, run the football a little bit. Looks like we've got a quick timeout here for a water break, and we'll take a quick one as well. Be right back.
Juju Promotions in New Madrid is your one-stop shop for all your personalized merchandise. Whether it's screen printing, embroidery, promotional products, heat presses, or decals, we've got something that will suit your needs. So you, your school, or your business will always be looking its best. There's tons to see, from apparel to accessories. So what are you waiting for? Stop into Juju Promotions today in New Madrid, Missouri. And don't forget to like us on Facebook.
Back at Kelly High School, where Kelly leads 14-6 here. Charleston with the football, 1st and 10 from their own 32-yard line. Murray underneath center, full backfield. He hands it off to Chappell. He goes left side once again. Same play they've run pretty much all night. He'll pick up about 2. And Braxton, I got to believe in the Kelly locker room at halftime, they diagrammed that play over and over and over to talk about how to stop it.
Yeah, and it's not hard to diagram it. They've seen it multiple times tonight. I'm sure they can tell you exactly what everybody is doing on this play. I mean, it's not hard to see.
Yeah, Charleston has been very consistent with the play calling tonight, off left tackle, off right tackle pretty much.
Yeah.
It'll be 2nd and 9 now for the Blue Jays. They come up under center. A little misdirection this time. Murray keeps it. He's taken down. Actually, that was actually Turner with the carry. He picks up about a yard maybe on that. Not much there. A little misdirection at least from the quarterback after the play, but still the same play effectively.
And they're just trying to do too much. I mean, it's all game. Kelly's been blowing up their offensive line, and they're not getting passes. So, I mean, just taking more time in the backfield isn't going to help.
3rd and long for the Blue Jays. Actually, it probably gives Kelly more time to react.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It gives them more time to react, more time to get into the backfield. I mean, they're just doing too much, in my opinion.
3rd and 9. Ball's on the ground. It's loose, and I believe Kelly recovered. Just a bad exchange between the quarterback and the center. It's a turnover. Kelly will take over at the Charleston 35-yard line. 1st and 10. A big turnover there on the miscommunication between the center and the quarterback. 1st and 10, Kelly.
You see a healthy dose of Reese Eftink here.
I would guess that would be right. A healthy dose of Reese Eftink will be correct. Or you could try to throw the bomb here after the turnover. Some coaches have that philosophy of we want to catch them while they're down and score right away. But
and Ty Powers is running good routes.
Powers is on the right side. Split out. Wide receiver on the left as well. They do give it to Eftink. He goes up the middle, puts his head down, and picks up about 1 yard is all. Charleston's defensive line, you got to give him credit. Eftink runs the ball well, and they've done a pretty good job of really holding him in check all night, other than the first series.
Yeah. I haven't seen him get the ball much as he checks out right here, but I think he could be a good option as big number 7, Caden Dunn, the tight end for Kelly. I really think he could be a good option if they could give him the ball in the middle of the field where he's replacing that linebacker.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. Where you're right, where he runs this little slant across the middle there.
Yeah,
I would agree. And you
that's
don't have a lot of time for the quarterback either.
It's a quick, easy pass.
Right. They give it off to Eftink. He cuts up the middle, gets a nice hole there, is brought down, possibly a touchdown-saving tackle there by Murray as he gets down to about the 27-yard line or so. So that'll bring up a 3rd down, and we'll call it 3 for the Hawks here. 4:21 to go in the 3rd quarter, and Kelly with a 14-6 lead. And as good as Kelly's defense is, and as Charleston not being able to move the ball very much in offense, a touchdown here from Kelly would be huge.
Yeah, you almost think it'd almost be too much to overcome here with the way the scoring's been going this part of the game.
Morgan once again under center, gives it off again to Eftink. Up the middle, he gets down to inside the 25 to about the 24, just right off guard once again. Picks up about 3. It'll be close to the 1st down, and it will be a 1st down for the Hawks. So they'll get 4 more downs here and getting close to that red zone. They're at the 24-yard line.
And going back to that previous play, Charleston is doing a really good job of making open field tackles. I mean, there's been about 3 or 4 times where we thought Eftink could be gone, taking it into the end zone. They just make a one-on-one tackle. They're doing a good job.
Now, is that the open field tackle, or is that a sophomore that's going to have to learn a little more to pick up those feet just a little bit, or just great open field tackling?
It definitely goes into both. Sophomore, I mean, he'll see those lanes, and he'll be able to make the right cuts eventually.
Morgan is going to have to scramble with it. He gets around the corner. He's to the 20. He's to the 15. He cuts back nicely down inside the 10. He's going to go down. There's going to be a flag down on the play. But a nice blitz that time by Charleston forced Morgan out of the pocket. He cuts down the field, gets down to the 10, but then we have a whole penalty on the play. We'll see what the call is.
Not sure
exactly I think they're going to, from Kelly's reaction, it's going to be on Kelly, and it's going to be, I would guess, maybe a downfield hold or something by one of the wide receivers.
Maybe a block in the back.
And that is correct.
A hold.
Illegal block by one of the downfield players there. One of the receivers downfield as Morgan ran. Obviously not a design run. He had to scramble on that. And that brings what was a nice 22-yard pickup back, and will be now 1st down and about, what will that make it? Still about 10. Actually, he picked up he's lost the yardage he gained. He got taken away from the penalty. So 1st and 10 for the Hawks from their own 22. Actually, 1st and about 8, it looks like. Morgan's under center once again. Blitz comes once again. Eftink cuts off the right side, brought down quickly there at about the 21-yard line. It just seems like if there could be a delay or something there to sort of freeze those linebackers. Now you go back to that cross across the middle, that slant across the middle of the tight end, that would just hold those linebackers just for a second and make a big difference.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to get a ton of yards running that play. You'll get 5-6 yards probably. But what it does is it makes that linebacker that's creeping up every single time, makes him stay back, which gives your quarterback more time, which gives your offensive line more time.
Right.
It opens up everything for you.
2nd and 8. Oh, we're going to have an offside on. There's that hard count you were talking about, and that's an offside on Charleston. And we'll pick up 5, give them an easy 5-yard pickup. And we'll take them, the Kelly Hawks, down into the Baker Implement Company Case IH Red Zone. For all your implement needs, see Baker Implement at one of their 11 locations in our region inside the Baker Implement Red Zone. 2nd down and 3 now from the Charleston 16-yard line. Morgan once again underneath center here. Wide receiver split left, wide receiver split right. They hand off to the fullback. That's Johnson. He cuts outside, gets it down to about the 10, maybe 11-yard line. Just a small pickup, but it should be close to, or should have maybe got the first down. We'll see. No, the mark is actually out to about the 13. So it's going to bring up 3rd and about 2 or so for the Hawks. As the clock continues to run here, 2:06 to go. Been with as much running as been very fast ball game tonight, Braxton.
Oh, yeah, it has. The clock is maybe stopped 2 or 3 times the entire game.
Not much. And we're going to have a officials timeout here, it looks like. Or, no, actually a timeout. No, yeah, officials timeout. And while they're deciding here what to do, well, we'll keep it right here for right now. Stoneville Cottonseed knows owning the early is the key to winning the season. Stoneville gets out of the ground quicker and stands stronger. Stoneville is less vulnerable to weeds, weather, and insects during its most vulnerable time, and that paves the way for a stronger finish. Own the early with Stoneville. Going to have a measurement here. The officials decided to ask, I think maybe one of the benches asked for a measurement. They do it, and they do get the first down, so it's 1st and 10 as opposed to a 3rd and 1. It is 1st and 10 for the Hawks, and they're at about the, let's call it the 14-yard line or so, and it'll be 1st and 10 inside the 14, 1:54 to go, and I have to believe it's still going to be a heavy dose of Reese Eftink right here.
I think they should try to surprise them and get another pass. Ty Powers is out here on the open side of the field.
Be interesting to go to the corner of the end zone with it.
And they had their safety all the way to the right side of the field creeping up. Ty Powers is one-on-one over here. Give it to him.
Exactly right. They give it to Eftink up the middle. He runs up the middle. He's going to be brought down inside the 5 at about the 3-yard line, 2 maybe. And it'll be first and go for Kelly here as the clock continues to run. But you're right. Powers is so open out here. If he just slants across the middle of the field, he's wide open for
Yeah, because they have their one high safety, and he's I wouldn't even call him high. He's leaning towards the short side of the field, and he's creeping up. He's almost at a linebacker level. So Ty Powers is completely one-on-one.
Right. But here we're going to see Eftink. I gotta believe
100%.
Hunter Johnson leading the way, and Eftink into the end zone. They give it to Eftink. He goes right side through the hole on the right side, in for the score, untouched. And that makes the score the Hawks 20 and Charleston 6. Nice drive that time by the Kelly Hawks, just methodically down the field.
Yeah, I guess you don't need to pass the ball when you got a running back that can run the ball like that.
Exactly right.
Running hard.
They did get the benefit of an offsides call on Charleston on a 3rd and 8 that made it a 3rd and 3, which certainly made things a lot easier. But a great drive by Charleston, by Kelly. Both drives here in the second half been very, very nice by Kelly. And Powers in to attempt the extra point. Snap, not very good. Picked up by Johnson, and he's going to be brought down. Low snap that time. He tried to handle it. Reese Eftink actually tried to handle it, couldn't quite handle it, and it gets tackled short of the goal line. So we'll have a score of Kelly 20, Charleston 6. We'll take a break and be back with the kickoff from Kelly. Kelly has scored on both of their possessions here in the second half, Braxton, and really looked good doing it both times. Sort of a mix of some run and pass, and done a nice job of getting the ball on the field and scored. Of course, it helped there was a turnover in there, but both times they've taken it into the end zone.
Yeah, and they're doing it methodically. I mean, it's not 1, 2 big plays, touchdown. I mean, they're getting first down, 3 plays, first down, 3 plays. That's wasting time off the clock. I mean, with a 20-6 lead with the way this game is going, if they can keep killing that clock, it's definitely going to be looking good for Kelly.
Well, you have to believe with 105 to go into third, and like I said, that 14-point lead, there will be when Kelly's on offense, there'll be a healthy dose of Reese Eftink and just say, you've got to stop us. Even if we have to punt, if we can grind out 2 or 3 first downs, we're good to go.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Kelly defense is also doing a good job of making Charleston's offense possessions take a while into the quarter, too. So, I mean, they're killing time that way. I mean,
and that brings up a good point. We haven't seen much of the passing game for Charleston, but at some point they're going to have to cut loose with a little bit, down 14 points now with only a quarter and a little bit to go. Power set to kick for the Hawks. He puts his foot into it. A nice kick. We'll go down to about the 17, taken there by Charleston. Left side, up the middle now. Wide, goes up, cuts to the outside. Nice move to the outside now, cuts back to the middle, and it's going to be brought down by a number of
Kelly has the ball.
Ball's loose. Kelly picks it up. It goes down to the sideline, in for the touchdown. Didn't see the fumble there, but Ty Powers picks it up and carries it down the sideline for a touchdown. Special teams touchdown mistake by Charleston, and Kelly goes up 26-6. Braxton, I thought that play was over.
I thought it was too. It seemed like it was, but that is killer to Charleston. I mean, that's tough to come back from.
Just really trying to get an extra yard or two out of the play. Fumbled the football. Powers picks it up, takes it down the right sideline. He's quick enough to carry it all the way in and give Kelly the 26-6 lead now.
It was after a really good return by Charleston, too. I mean, able to make something out of really nothing. Just should have trying to be a little too aggressive. It should have just went down.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You're right. He had a great return, but he was trying to pick up an extra yard or two or make something happen. And when you're down 14 and you're 1 and 2, you're trying to do everything you can. But that one was a tough one. Now, Powers is trying to get enough breath to get in there and try to kick the extra point, I think, probably. But then they're going to have a delay of game penalty here, so they'll move it back 5 and try it from 5 yards farther back. But I think he was just trying to get a little breath in after that 50-yard scamper for the touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, he's really been everywhere because if you think about it, Ty Powers is also the one that kicked the ball off and then recovered the fumble and scored the touchdown.
Exactly right.
Now he's back in for kicking duties for the PAT, and, I mean, after this, he's going to have to kick the ball off again.
Yeah, that was sort of an all-Powers play right there.
Yeah.
Exactly right. Kicking off, recovering, and carrying it all the way in.
And kicking the extra point.
Exactly right. So the snap is down. The kick is up. It is hits the left upright and goes through. It'll be good. So that'll make the score with 48 seconds to go here. Kelly with 3 touchdowns here in the third quarter. They now lead 27-6. We'll take a quick break and be right back with more football.
Log on to visitdexter.com to see all the attractions of Dexter and Stoddard County. This region has numerous historical sites to visit, including the Stars and Stripes Museum, the Civil War Cemetery, and other attractions that showcase Stoddard County's history. Dexter is also a great destination for your local getaway, to shop for trending merchandise close to home, duck hunting in one of the region's most popular destinations, lodging for an overnight stay, and dining among our reputable restaurants. Remember, the Aquatic Center is great for summer family fun. While you're visiting, stop by the new Welcome Center. Go online, visit Dexter.com.
Charleston has turned the ball over 3 times tonight, and all 3 times Kelly's made him pay. A touchdown early in the first quarter, a fumble recovery here in the third quarter on a botched snap, and Kelly took it in. So a short drive, and then it just recently Braxton on this last kickoff, a fumble, and Ty Powers carried it in, and those turnovers have just killed Charleston tonight.
Yeah, and I mean, turnovers are always killer, especially when it's you're playing against a defense this good. You need every possession you can take. And just handing the ball back to him is never
Powers
good.
to kick off. He kicks it short this time.
Pooch kick.
Pooch
Kelly.
kick, and awfully close to recovering it. But Charleston does bring it down, and we'll have a flag down over there as well, and it'll bring up should Charleston have the football. That ball went 10 yards, so that shouldn't be a problem. It's just a question of what the flag was. If it's
it's on Kelly.
We'll see what the call is on that exactly. It should be Charleston's football, though, either way, as they discuss it.
You see number 20, Caleb Zeiger, almost caught that ball.
He did. He absolutely
caught
did.
that ball. He took off untouched, literally almost caught that ball.
Yep, he was, and obviously it's a live football on a kickoff, so it would have been Kelly's football a different way to sort of onside kick. We're going to see the 15-yard penalty, so I guess there's going to be an unsportsmanlike or a personal foul or something on that, as Charleston will have the ball at Kelly's 45-yard line. We'll see what the call is on that. And I think Coach Powers is trying to get an explanation as well as how would that be a penalty unless there was something we didn't see.
Yeah, I'm still a little confused. Do you know what they've called?
Well, they're trying to explain here. He's talking about the one official saying, I think they're maybe saying, I'm trying to guess here a little bit, a defenseless receiver or something, but I don't know. But
I wouldn't expect it to be that.
I don't think Coach Powers
block
is kick interference, I guess.
That's
a free ball. That's a questionable call to me. I mean, that's a tough call, I think.
I hate to disagree, but I believe I will.
I would probably, if I was Coach Powers, tell my kids, hey, that was great effort on that. So
I'm throwing the challenge flag on that one.
Yeah. Charleston with the football. Going to have procedure on Charleston. The offensive line jumped a little early the right side of the line. That'll move them back 5 yards. And once again, all night, Charleston sort of shot themselves in the foot every time they, so they get a little momentum there. They get the ball at the 45-yard line, maybe a chance to get back in the football game, and then you get a penalty and make it 1st and 15.
Yeah, I mean, and that's just stuff that you can clean up on. I mean, that's not, the other team's not forcing that. The other team's not doing anything to make you cause those penalties. I mean, that's mental.
Right, very, very true, very true. Murray brings out the Charleston offense. They have 2 backs in the backfield, 1 wide receiver split to the right, a flanker angled in on the left side. The snap is given off, inside handoff, goes up the middle, cuts through, gets a little break, breaks another tackle down the sideline, and runs out of bounds. That was, I believe,
number 5.
Well, number 5 that time? That was Wells for the big gain for Charleston there. Sorry for the delay, folks. The Charleston roster is not in numerical order, and that makes it tough to pick
it
up.
It really does. I noticed that halfway through
It's
the
a
game.
very tough way to pick it up. But it brings up a first down for Charleston at the Kelly 30-yard line after the 20-yard pickup. 38 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Kelly with a big lead right now. Murray gives it off right side, left side now. Down about a 7-yard pickup. That's going to be Rico Coleman with the carry. That time he picked up about 7 down the left side. And this is the first time we've really seen since early in the first quarter that Charleston really has moved the ball effectively on a couple straight plays against the Kelly Hawks. Going to have a player down for Kelly here. So we'll take a quick break as the training staff goes out, and we'll be back with the rest of the third quarter.
The team at Burns, Taylor, Heckmeyer, Green, and Edwards have been serving Southeast Missouri for nearly 40 years. When you have been injured on the job, call Burns, Taylor, Heckmeyer, Green, and Edwards. When you need someone to fight for your rights, call Burns, Taylor, Heckmeyer, Green, and Edwards. When you need dedicated, aggressive legal representation, choose local attorneys. Call Burns, Taylor, Heckmeyer, Green, and Edwards.
We're for agriculture. For growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
Hunter Johnson was the young man down for the Kelly Hawks, but he was able to come off under his own power, so that's a very good sign. Over here on the bench getting some work on him. Charleston with the ball, 2nd and about 1. They hand off inside, handoff. That handoff went to Wells, and he's going to pick up a first down, and he's going to 2.8 seconds to go in the quarter here. He's going to pick up a first down, and that should end the quarter here as soon as they get the chains moved. We'll run off the last 2.8 seconds, and we'll head to, and that'll end it. So at the end of 3 quarters, it's the Kelly Hawks 27, the Charleston Blue Jays 6. We'll be back with 4th quarter football action in just a moment.
Okay, my name is Dickie Dawkins Jr. Well, I'm kind of old school, but I do have the the online banking, which at first I thought, it wasn't really that big a deal, but now I absolutely love it. I wouldn't be without it. With the online banking, I can check to see where I'm at all times, and it's just a very convenient thing to have. I am Dickie Dawkins Jr., and I am First State Community Bank.
Ask for Stoddard County Title and Escrow to handle your next closing. Dustin Mayer, Joe Watson, and the staff at Stoddard County Title have over 50 years of combined experience in the title and legal industry. The purchase of a home or farm is often a family's biggest investment, and Stoddard County Title and Escrow will put your mind at ease. Stoddard County Title shares a location with Mayer Law Office and can prepare a beneficiary deed, contract, seller financing documents, or transact a 1031 exchange. Before your next purchase goes under contract, ask to have Stoddard County Title handle the closing. They are your trusted name for title insurance.
Back for the fourth quarter, to start the fourth quarter here. Charleston with the football, 1st and 10 at the Kelly 18.
Charleston's going to need some quick scores this quarter.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Braxton. They got to have something quick here. Murray lines up under center. Gives it left side, handoff. He gets down to about the 12-yard line. So they're saying there's a fumble, but I believe the referees are saying the ball was already, he was already down before the ball got loose. That was Rico Coleman with the carry.
Yeah, something else that I think would help Charleston is if they'd spread out their offense a little bit. I mean, they're really packed in. Their linemen don't really have much of a split at all, maybe half a foot, maybe a foot. They bring in a wing, I don't know what you would call it, that number 1, and he's kind of like cockeyed to the line, and then they only have one receiver out. I think if they kind of spread that out a little bit and use the entire field, it would help.
Yeah, it is a very tight formation. It's almost impossible to run off tackle or off guard there because there's not enough room to even do it.
I don't know if they even have a split.
Up the middle, we just say that, and then they were up the middle for 5 yards, of course, but to prove us wrong. But a good run. That's going to put it down inside the 10-yard line for the Blue Jays here. Clock will continue to run here as the chains move. That's going to bring it enough for the first down. Or are they going to have to? It is first down, 1st and goal inside the 10. And that's for Charleston, the Charleston Blue Jays, the first time into the Baker Implement Company Case IH Red Zone tonight. For all your implement needs, see Baker Implement at one of their 11 locations in our region. Murray with the football for the Blue Jays. He lines up under center, takes the snap, hands it off inside that time. And a big push by the offensive line by Charleston. And that is Wells in for the touchdown. And that time, just what we talked about, they ran the ball. After we say that, they ran the ball twice up the middle. And, I mean, just really a nice push in for the touchdown for the Charleston Blue Jays.
Yeah, you got it right. I mean, they're just running it strong. That's how it's working. Their offensive line is actually getting a push, and, like, all 5 or 6 of them are moving as a unit and pushing back that defensive line. So, I mean, it works whenever you can do it like that. But if your offensive line isn't blocking how they should be, I mean, that's just problems.
Well, it makes it tougher to me. It seems like if you're trying to go off tackle or whatever and then cut, you don't have much choice of where to go exactly.
No, because you're running into the back of your blocker.
Right, exactly. Charleston will try to go for 2 here to make this a 13-point football game. Murray with it, hands it off. Now he rolls out now. Looks to sprint, try to get to the corner of the end zone, and it's going to get there easily for the conversion. Just sprint out to the corner, gets to the corner, and it makes it 27-14 and makes it a 13-point football game. And that time Charleston looked really good just moving the ball down the football field that time. We've really not seen that coordination or whatever from the offense all night until that series.
Definitely the best offensive possession they've had all night, which really is the only offensive possession ending in a touchdown, another touchdown coming off of a fumble recovery for a touchdown. Yeah, I mean, it's the first time they actually looked good as an offense, in my opinion.
Tell you what, we'll take just a quick 30-second break here before we come back for the kickoff after this touchdown.
Focus Bank offers a wide range of business services, including loans, lines of credit, and equipment leasing. We also offer free business checking and business money market accounts. In addition to business and commercial loans, Focus Bank has been making farm and ag loans for over 80 years. We understand the importance farming means to our local community. We're part of that community and we're here to help it thrive. Visit focusbank.com and learn how we can help you grow your business.
Kelly with a 50-yard touchdown drive cuts Charleston with a 50-yard touchdown drive, cuts the Kelly lead to 27-14 here. And Charleston set to kick off. A different young man to kick off this time for Charleston than has kicked off the last couple times. And we are set to go. It'll be interesting to see if there's an onside or what happened there. It's a squib kick at least, and Kelly just wisely falls on the football, takes it over there at the 36-yard line. You don't want to do anything silly there, Braxton, and maybe, have it bounce off your chest or something, off a knee, and be in trouble.
No, that was the smartest option he could have done. I mean, you're up 2 possessions, 10 minutes left in this game, and how your defense has been playing, how your offense has been playing. Just fall on the ball right there. That was perfect.
So Kelly with the 13-point lead, 10:41 to go here in the ball game.
Looks like F-Tink is off on the sideline getting stretched by the trainer. Hopefully he's fine. Looks like that right leg is pretty tight. Don't know if it's cramps or what's going on, but
yeah, they'd like to have him in the ball game right now for sure.
Yeah, kill time.
Handoff in the backfield. Nice cut outside there, and then up the gut, and a nice run there. Nice run that time. That was number 22, Drew Silman, a 5'8" senior, and he spells Reese F-Tink. Nice run that time to pick up a big gain and take the ball to the midfield stripe.
Yeah, big thing here for Kelly is ball security.
Right.
I mean, just hold on to the ball. Don't turn it over. Don't give them any reason to get them back in this game.
I think someone wants to say I can carry it as well as F-Tink can. He comes up the middle. This time he picks up only a yard or so. They try to go off left tackle, and he picks up about a yard. And it'll bring up 2nd and 9. But every run they make takes 30 seconds off the clock, and the clock is as big a adversary for them right now as anything else.
Oh, yeah, 100%. If you're Kelly, the clock's your best friend. And if you're Charleston, you're just trying to stop it any chance you can.
Ziegler in the ball game replaces Chapman and brings the play in for the Kelly Hawks. Ziegler splits out to the right side. Ty Powers to the left side of the offense. Kelly lines up in the I formation once again. They hand it off once again. A cutback that time, and he picks up about 3 that time. And that was Silman again, a pickup of about 3 that time. Bring up 3rd down and about 7 or so for Kelly here. 9:20 to go in the ball game, and Kelly up by 13, 2 scores, just trying to gain a couple 3 first downs. F-Tink comes in the ball game, as does Gavin Price, and the tight end Caden Dunn for the Hawks on 3rd and 6.
Wouldn't be surprised to see another hard count here.
This would be a good place for it. You're right.
Pushing up with those linebackers. He almost jumped.
They give it off to F-Tink. He tries to cut to the outside. He's stacked up there, though, at the line of scrimmage. Picks up about 2 on that, just from a good second effort. But good job by the defensive line and the linebackers of Charleston there to hold him to a 2-yard gain. He'll bring up 4th and about 5 or so now as they mark it on the 45-yard line. And Coach Powers decides to punt here. Good choice with Ty Powers has done a nice job of punting the football tonight. He should get it down probably to the 10 or 15-yard line from where they're at and can make Charleston go the distance, the length of the field.
Yeah, and the way they've been playing tonight, I don't think Charleston can take the ball down 80 yards downfield and still punch it in. I mean, they've been in short fields. They're just not able to sustain drives long enough to be able to go the full 80 yards. 90, 100.
Kelly's going to take a timeout here. I don't think Coach Powers liked the way things lined up, so we'll take a quick one as well before the punt and be right back.
Hello, I'm James Powell, Funeral Director and owner of Powell Funeral and Cremation Services here in Kenton. Let us assist you in planning a personalized funeral or cremation service. We offer a wide range of options to suit both your budget and your needs. Call PAL Funeral and Cremation Services, 573-717-1167, or visit us at palfuneral.com. Because there is a difference, there is PAL Funeral and Cremation Services.
Todd Natwill LLP is here for you. At the law offices of Todd Natwill, you will find representation that cares about people. The team at Todd Natwill aren't satisfied with a quick resolution. They're satisfied with the right resolution. Visit toddatwill.com or visit their offices in Kennett, Missouri. 4th and 5 for the Kelly Hawks here. They're set to punt. Ty Powers in the ball game to punt for Kelly. They bring an extra blocker in a little tight, thinking Charleston might bring everybody in on the try to block the kick. A low snap. Powers picks it up, though. Gets off a nice kick. He gets it down. It hits the 15, bounces back to the 10. The receiver for Charleston brings it, kicks, goes right side now, breaks one tackle, and then slips on the semi-wet turf and comes down at about the 17-yard line. Once again, the Charleston return men are really trying to make something happen with a big gain.
Yeah, and they're making my hairs turn gray whenever they do that. So again, I mean, that could have so easily been a fumble, and if Kelly would have got the ball right there, that would have been a heartbreaker. Looks like there's a flag on the play, though.
Yep, and now they're going to pick it up, looks like. They're waving that flag off, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Blue Jays on their own 16-yard line. 7:50 to go here in the ball game. They trail by 13, so really they've got to find a way to either break something outside, get a long, quick run for a touchdown, or, I mean, a 6-minute drive will do them no good.
No, I mean, they have to score within 2 or 3 minutes on this possession.
Murray under center, goes back to pass. He's chased out of the pocket, right side, hit as he throws, and it goes out of bounds, incomplete. Good pressure there by the linebacker of Kelly, and pressure on Murray as he was hit as he threw the football and goes out of bounds.
I mean, you can tell Charleston obviously doesn't like their passing game, but they're going to have to continue to attack that if they're going to want any chance of winning this game. I mean, they're going to have to stop the clock and be able to move the ball down the field. If they can get quick passes to the out of bounds or to the sideline, just let your receiver go out of bounds. You're killing clock and you're moving the ball up the field at the same time.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and they're going to have to give Murray a little more time to throw the football too than he did right then.
Yeah.
He really didn't have much time. They hand the ball off inside. Going to be a pickup of about 3 or 4, maybe 5 out of that. But I think Kelly would be pretty content to give up 5 yards, 3 to 4 or 5 yards at a pop here, and just let the clock run. You know.
Oh yeah, I mean Kelly would even be fine with letting them drive all the way down the field, taking 3 or 4 downs to get a first down. Because by the time they get down there, this clock's gonna be ran out. The way they've been running the ball, it's been 4 or 5 minutes possession. I mean, 7 minutes left in this game.
3rd and 5, and Charleston's not particularly hurrying out of the huddle as the time clock, play clock is down to about 10. Murray will come to the line of scrimmage once again. Line his team up, hands it off around the right side. No, he keeps it himself, cuts up the field. Big gain. He breaks through the defense. He could go all the way. It's going to be close. Can Powers catch him? I don't believe he can. And Murray's going to go 70 yards for a touchdown for the Charleston Blue Jays, and that's the one thing that could keep Charleston in the ballgame right there, Braxton.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, exactly what they needed. We were saying they need to score within a minute, 2 minutes max. Breaking it all out after one play, that does exactly it.
Now a 2-point conversion, and you have a situation where it's less than a touchdown ball game, and Kelly's then really needs to try to look to score again if at all possible. So nice run there. He just came out to the left side, faked it up the middle like they've run all night, came out to the left side, broke through, and broke past the 2 safeties, and it was a quick touchdown all the way in.
Yeah, I couldn't really tell, but it almost seemed like it was a design quarterback.
I think it was, yeah. I think it was, yeah. It was not I think it was, absolutely. They give it off to Chappell. He cuts outside, cuts it back inside. Does he get there? He Does not, so that'll leave the score 27-20 with 6:45 to go here in the football game, as Charleston has scored twice quickly to get back in the ball game. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back for the kickoff for the last 6:45.
Juju Promotions in New Madrid is your one-stop shop for all your personalized merchandise. Whether it's screen printing, embroidery, promotional products, heat presses, or decals, we've got something that will suit your needs. So you, your school, or your business will always be looking its best. There's tons to see, from apparel to accessories. So what are you waiting for? Stop into Juju Promotions today in New Madrid, Missouri. And don't forget to like us on Facebook.
Back at Kelly High School, where the Charleston Blue Jays have scored twice relatively quickly, this last on a 70-yard run by their quarterback Thomas Murray, and Braxton has made it into a football game.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect it to. The way they've been scoring, or lack of scoring there, 2 touchdowns quick in this fourth quarter, really turned into a game.
Coleman kicks off for the Blue Jays, tried to go onside, did not get the 10 yards, and therefore will be a flag on the play. May have been also offsides on that as well. I don't know. We'll see. But the kick certainly did not go 10 yards.
Charleston didn't have to onside kick that ball. I mean, 6 minutes, 45 seconds left. They should have bombed it down the field and give Kelly the biggest field possible to try to have to score. I mean, now it's a short field for them. They're, on their own 40-yard line now?
Well, I think it was a procedure, so they'll have to kick again, I'm assuming. But you're right. I mean, I would put it in the hands of my defense probably to say, let's stop them and let's see if we can get the ball back and score again. Because they certainly just showed with Thomas Murray they had the big play potential to break something quickly, So
Yeah, I mean, 6 minutes, 45 seconds is plenty of time to get a stop and be able to have time to score on offense.
I think that was definitely the one onside attempt somehow. Now they bring in Rawson again to do the actual kickoff, and we'll see probably something more of a line drive, something like that, down to maybe the middle returners. But this way, Kelly is going to get, no matter what's going to get the ball in pretty good field position, 30, 35, 40 probably, no matter what. So Charleston to kick off, Rawson to kick it. He kicks it onside again. It's loose. It's loose, and Charleston recovers. It bounced off of Kelly, one of Kelly's players' hands. Charleston recovers the onside kick, and amazingly, they're in business.
Yeah. And I was just saying that they should kick the ball deep.
Right.
Defense.
Well, I think they were Kelly was probably thinking deep. 3 quarters, we didn't see much offense out of Charleston. All of a sudden now they've come up with 2 touchdowns, have the ball at their own 42, 1st and 10.
Real quick before this next play starts, I just got a score update.
Yep.
Jackson is up 42-0 against Cape Central at halftime. Jackson is stout.
Those Indians they're a juggernaut.
Yeah,
man.
They are something else.
So Charleston with the football, 1st and 10. Murray with it, gives it off up the middle. Pickup of about 5 or 6, and Charleston's got some life right now. Their running backs are running a little harder, it looks like. That was, let's see who came out of there. That was, I believe, Noah Wells with the carry. He picked up about 6 on that, so bring up 2nd and 4. Offensive line seems to be firing off the ball a little bit better right now as well. I think they feel like they've got a chance.
Yeah, and they got some life in them.
So 2nd and 4, they've got to protect the football, of course, get it down. They need a touchdown and a conversion to take a lead, or a tie, depending on how they go about it.
They haven't kicked any PATs, so I imagine they're going to go for the lead.
They'll go for 2. Up the middle once again. He'll pick up the first down. The second effort and the push by the rest of the offensive line gives Charleston the first down. And you wonder if all the constant inside all night has started to wear down the Kelly defensive line just a little bit maybe. And
it might have, especially, I mean, Kelly's defense didn't get a break. I mean, Charleston scored that quick touchdown, onside kick, and Kelly defense is right back out on the field.
Great point. 1st and 10 for Charleston here inside the Kelly 50. They hand it off inside once again. Nothing fancy right now. They're just picking up 3 and 4 yards, 5 yards every time they carry the ball inside. That's going to be a pickup of about, let's call it 4 probably, down to the Kelly 43-yard line. 5:20 and the clock continues to run. Both teams are actually Charleston with 3 timeouts left, Kelly with only 2 left. Second down and about 7 here for the Blue Jays. I have to believe I'd have to come back with that quarterback sweep again, that quarterback keeper outside. It was so successful.
Yeah, at least got to try.
And he's obviously very quick, so Murray with it. They give it off, and they try to get outside here. He cuts up field with it. Charleston runner cuts up. He's going to go down at about the 39-yard line. That is going to be Chappell once again. He picks up about, we'll call it 4 or so, bringing up 3rd down and between 3 and 4 yards. Big 3rd down here for Charleston, even though they'll go for it on 4th and down by a touchdown, no question.
I think Charleston's going to get it. They've been running hard these last few runs. Looks
really
like they have
They've
all momentum right now.
You're exactly right, Braxton. They've run very, very hard. Murray with the under center once again. Tight formation for Charleston. They give it off once again. Big hole there, big run. 1st down for Charleston down to the 30-yard line. We're going to see. It'll be, and it is a fumble. The press box called it right. There was a fumble, and Kelly recovers. Chappell fumbles as he's going down, and Kelly recovers on their own 30-yard line. That's the one thing that was killing. They were moving the ball so well there, all the momentum on their side, and the 4th turnover of the night.
Yeah, and that's been the Achilles heel for Charleston tonight, hasn't it? I mean, they were right there. They're right there. Right there. They're getting close to the red zone. That's a killer turnover. I mean, it's just been killing them all night. I mean, giving up 4 possessions to this defense, you can't do that.
4th fumble for Charleston tonight. Kelly's recovered all 4 of them.
Yeah.
And they have the football 1st and 10, just going to try to run it. F-Tink with it, cuts back up the middle. Nice cutback, picks up about 6 yards on that, following his blocks. Came off tackle there, picks up 6, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 4. And they're just going to try to ride Mr. F-Tink, I believe, to the win the rest of the way, more than likely.
Yeah, 3.5 minutes left. I mean, a few more runs like that, maybe 2, possibly 3 more 1st downs, and that's running the clock out. That's game.
Going to have a flag on the play, and that's going to, from where that's at, I have to believe that's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct on Charleston. I don't know that for a fact, but where that flag's thrown, you almost got to believe that's the case.
I'd say it'd have to be.
And maybe even an ejection. I don't know about that for sure, but certainly unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah, number 20 is going to be ejected.
I think that is right. I think maybe that's Roy Wiley who may have been ejected. And
I'm not sure what happened. Maybe
I didn't see that either. I'm with you, Braxton.
Don't want to speculate, but maybe a curse word or something like that thrown in.
Right.
I know they're trying to keep that down on this high school football level.
Right, exactly. So it's going to be a 1st down, though, for the Hawks here as they carry it. That penalty takes it all the way into Charleston territory at the 48-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 10, 3:40 to go in the ballgame. Very costly penalty for Charleston after the fumble.
Yeah, and something I want to point out, I mean, there's 4 minutes left in this game, and he got ejected. He's suspended next game as well.
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
Something you don't want 4 minutes left in the game. I mean, it's still a very close game, and it's very winnable, but you want to be able to play next week as well.
Morgan with a nice job there of milking the clock. He now gives it off to F-Tink. He's met right at the line of scrimmage by Charleston. That's big number 73 for Charleston, and that is, it's Rivers, number 75, with that tackle there. Nice job. Charleston takes a timeout here with 3:09 to go in the ball game. Kelly with the 7-point lead. We'll take a 30-second break and be right back. Just a reminder, upcoming on the ACOC Media Networks, Monday at 6 p.m., we will broadcast our first volleyball game of the season as the three-time defending Class 1 state champion Advance Hornets travel to Gideon to face the Bulldogs in what should be a great match. The Stoddard County Fair Parade is Tuesday night at 5:30 in Dexter and will be on the ACOC Media Networks. And next Friday night, we will be at Portageville to bring you the Charleston Blue Jays against the Portageville Bulldogs. Right now, we've got 3:09 left to go here in this ball game. Ty Power split out way left to the left side. Can't imagine he's going to see the football right now, though, because I got to believe that Kelly's going to try to run it here. 2nd and 11, F. Tink in the backfield. Morgan at the line of scrimmage calling the signals. He takes the snap, hands it off to F. Tink. He cuts back, follows his offensive line nicely, keeps his feet moving, and picks up probably 6 yards on that, 5 to 6 yards on that. It'll bring up 3rd and about 6. Good job of keeping those feet moving by Reese F. Tink.
Yeah, I don't want to go back to this, not much about football, but you brought up the Stoddard County Fair. Man, I'm excited about that. Wasn't able to go last year before they didn't have it due to COVID. I'm excited for a funnel cake.
I can understand that.
I'm excited for a funnel
It's
cake.
always interesting. We, as my kids have grown up and moved away, as they explain the Stoddard County Fair and the Fair Parade to their friends, sometimes we get phone calls just to prove that it actually is. That type of thing.
People won't believe you. I'm telling all my friends in Springfield, they could not believe it.
F. Tink with the ball, 3rd and 6. He goes up the middle. He's going to be just short of the first down, probably a yard and a half maybe or so, maybe 2 yards short. And we're going to have a timeout by Charleston as they use their second timeout. At 2:16 to go in the ballgame. We'll take another break here and be right back with the final 2:16 of this game.
We're for agriculture. For growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
We're back. 2:16 to go in the football game. Kelly leads 27-20, 4th and 2 from the Charleston 40-yard line, and it appears that Kelly is going to go for it here, and this probably Braxton's the play of the game.
Yeah, definitely. If they get this first down, I'd almost call it sealed.
See a hard count here.
Yep, there it is. Doing it multiple
that's
times.
Exactly what he's doing. We'll take the delay. Charleston coaching staff talked about it as well, I think, and the Charleston kids are staying steady, and Kelly will take a timeout. We'll keep it here because that was an interesting, just trying to draw Charleston off sides there and get the easy first down.
I bet he said about 2,000 times.
Exactly.
They're just trying to see.
Exactly right. So now, what do you if you're Kelly, if you're Kelly's coach, what do you do?
What is it? 4th and 2. If you get this first down, you almost seal the game. At this point, give it to F. Tink.
Okay. All right.
I'm giving it to F. Tink. Just let him run behind that Kelly offensive line. We're deciding the game right here.
You're right. If you get the first down, you seal the game. Charleston with one timeout left. They really can't stop it enough to make a difference.
No.
And it looks like that is exactly what Kelly's going to do. They're going to go for it here on 4th and 2.
So
now, I would still give you another hard count here.
Oh, I would definitely try it. Yeah, definitely start with a hard count. Just get that free first down if you can, you know.
Right. Morgan under center, lines up, full eye backfield.
Oh,
and there.
That might have been Kelly.
We'll see who it is.
That might be on Kelly.
Kelly looked like maybe the right side of the offensive line jumped. Charleston win as well, so it's going to be the officials are going to decide who was.
Yeah.
Who was it?
Didn't see a flag on the field, but everybody in the stands, field,
there has to be a flag of some
sideline.
sort because everybody jumped.
Yeah, everybody. There's a flag.
It's going to go against Charleston, it looks like, so it's going to be a. Well, let's see. Now
That's
they turn around.
That's a big call.
It is. Procedure against the Kelly Hawks.
Oh.
So it brings up 4th and 7 instead of 4th and 2, and I got to believe you see Ty Powers now go out and punt probably to this. Boy, that was close because they both sort of went at the same time. That
was a big call.
It was a tough one. I think both coaches could say, we should have got the call, but either way, Powers is going to punt now, I believe, for the Hawks. Yep, the punting team comes on the field. So the Kelly defense will have to do the job here after the punt. Good snap's a key.
Good snap, yeah, good snap is a big key. I mean, if they can't have any mistake on this punt, they can pin them within the 10 yards. That'd be very impressive and very key.
Powers will be back to kick for the Hawks. He's kicked very nicely tonight. Good snap. Good punt this time. Down inside the 10. Fumble picked up, though, there by the Charleston receiver. He cuts it back upfield. He's to about 15, and he's brought down inside the 15-yard line. That was Coleman. He'll be brought down. Rico Coleman brought down at the 15 with 2:05 to go in the football game. And Kelly with the 7-point lead, so Charleston's got to go
85 yards.
85 yards in 2:05 with one timeout.
With one timeout.
And not the best passing game probably.
Yeah,
so.
No, I mean, it can definitely be done. I mean, 2:05,
sure.
That's plenty of time. I mean, 80 yards, that's a long way to go, especially with only one timeout.
Do you, if you're Kelly, do you do something different defensively to try to put more guys deep to try to keep the big play?
Not yet. Eventually, yes. I mean, with about 30 seconds left, if they're still kind of deep right now, I'd say just play your defense straight up. Because I can only assume Charleston's going to run this ball.
All right, Murray under center, hands it off inside, just an inside handoff there. Picks up about 3 yards, and they're going to have to do something to allow the speed of Charleston to get outside, I would think, to try to make something, a long run happen.
Yeah, and that's where Kelly just has to keep the Charleston players in front of them. Don't let them get past them.
A little confusion on the offensive line there for Charleston. Murray, though, under center. One running back behind him. He brings out jet sweep at this side. He's got some room to run, but he's brought down at the 25-yard line. That will be enough for a first down, but 1:29 to go in the ball game and still 75 yards to go for Charleston as it's 27-20, Kelly with the lead here.
Once they get these chains moved, that clock will start ticking again. There it goes.
1:25 and counting. They're going to see some more jet sweep here probably. Yep. Chappell goes on the outside right side, hitting the backfield and brought down by the Kelly defense on the left side. Chappell just couldn't get outside there. And we're going to have a timeout, the last timeout by Charleston, I believe, called, with 1:10 to go in the football game. And we'll take our last break of the night and be back with the final 1:10.
We're for agriculture, for growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
Back at Kelly High School, Kelly 27, Charleston 21-10 to go in the ball game. Charleston with the ball 75 yards from the goal line. And Braxton, we were talking, we really get you feel like they've really got to find a way to let a playmaker get outside for Charleston and make something happen.
Yeah, and I mean the quarterback for Charleston showed it. He can move the ball with his legs. He showed it earlier with that 70-yard touchdown run.
He fades back to pass. He takes some pressure. He throws it up in the air. It is incomplete, just short. Murray, the quarterback, was feeling pressure by Hunter Johnson of the Kelly Hawks. A lot of pressure. It brings up 3rd and 15 with 1:04 to go in the football game. Obviously, it's 4 down. All the field's 4 down territory for Charleston right now, but they've got to find a way to make something happen. I would be tempted almost to roll Murray out like a pass play, spread that defense out a little bit, and let him run and try to pick up some big yardage.
Yeah, because I mean, if he's going to have to go one-on-one with a Kelly defender, I mean, I'd pick him against almost any matchup here.
I would agree.
Just give him an open field. Let him use his legs.
Yep. 3rd and 15. Murray under center once again. Takes it. They give it off up the middle. Big pickup there. Outside first, enough for the first down. I believe a flag goes down as well on the play. That was a pickup of about 16 on that play On the far side over there, I believe that was number 2. That was Coleman with the pickup. We're going to have a penalty on it, and we'll see who it goes against.
Yeah, the flag was thrown in the secondary. Kelly's pointing like it's on Charleston. Not sure what they'd call it. Block
in the back. You're exactly right, Braxton. Block in the back, and that will take what was a first down run back, and really no timeouts left for Charleston. You know, if that's you get them to 35 or 40, you feel like you got a chance, but back at that 15, 20-yard line again, 25, that's going to be awful tough. 75 yards to go in 57 seconds. All the way back to the 25.
In my opinion, you can't run the ball right now with only a minute left unless you're running it towards the sideline and you're getting out of bounds 100% on this. You can't run the ball. I mean, no timeouts. You got to go 70 more yards with only a minute left.
Yep.
You got to air the ball out here.
Got to get something in somebody who can. You're right. Get outside and do something quickly. Murray back to pass. He rolls out to the right. He looks long for it. The ball's downfield, and it's incomplete. Over the outstretched hand of a Hawks defender, and it'll bring up 4th down and 10 for Charleston. Their last gasp here. They have to have the first down, or this football game is effectively over.
Really thought that Kelly's safety was going to intercept that ball.
Yeah. Kelly, I will say, Kelly had 4 or 5 kids. They were not going to get behind him. They had 4 or 5 kids deep on that. Their safeties are playing 20 yards probably off the line of scrimmage right now, 15 to 20 yards off the line of scrimmage, all 4 safeties. And Kelly's going to take a timeout here to try to get their defense in place. So we'll take one last break and then be back.
Okay, my name is Dickie Dawkins Jr. Well, I'm kind of old school, but I do have the online banking, which at first I thought, that wasn't really that big a deal, but now I absolutely love it. I wouldn't be without it. With the online banking, I can check to see where I'm at all times, and it's just a very convenient thing to have. I am Dickie Dawkins Jr., and I am First State Community Bank.
.51 seconds to go here in the football game. Kelly 27, Charleston 20. Charleston 4th and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Kelly just playing basically a prevent defense here. All they want to do is keep the football in front of them, not let them score with no timeouts for Charleston. One good stop, and they're in pretty good shape.
Yeah. What do you think Charleston's going to go? You think they're going to try just for the first down, or you think they're going to try for the home run?
Murray with the football, goes back to pass. He's got some pressure on him. He looks, he dumps it off. It's incomplete, and should be the football game. Ball, pass incomplete, just a little dump pass. Probably would have been a first down if he'd have caught it. Just sort of went through his hands, and Kelly will take the ball over on downs. 46.2 seconds left, and really all they have to do is have Peyton Morgan kneel down twice, and that should be the football game.
Yeah, no timeouts for either team. I mean,
right.
two kneels, and that's a W for Kelly, and they stay undefeated.
That's exactly right. They go to 4-0, another conference win as well. Charleston looks like will drop to 1-3. Kelly, I believe, has like Crystal City or somebody next week, if I remember correctly, and we know Charleston has Portageville next week, as that'll be the game that is brought to you by ACOP Media Networks. So Morgan should just be able to kneel this. This has been a hard-fought, very physical football game tonight, though, Braxton. Lots of the running backs are going to be worn out by the time it's all done. A kneel by Morgan. Clock will run now. They'll have to snap it one more time probably without getting a delay. It's going to be really close. Yeah, I believe they'll have to snap it one more time to not get a delay of game. And then that should take care of it. Homecoming night here at Kelly, I believe. And where have those been all night?
Yeah.
The lights finally came on in the press box, and I can actually see my my roster right now. It's fantastic. And 12 seconds to go, and that's going to be the football game. It looks like it's going to be Kelly 27 and Charleston 20. We'll take just one quick break and then come back with a quick wrap-up.
Ask for Stoddard County Title and Escrow to handle your next closing. Dustin Mayer, Joe Watson, and the staff at Stoddard County Title have over 50 years of combined experience in the title and legal industry. The purchase of a home or farm is often a family's biggest investment, and Stoddard County Title and Escrow will put your mind at ease. Stoddard County Title shares a location with Mayor Law Office and can prepare a beneficiary deed, contract, seller financing documents, or transact a 1031 exchange. Before your next purchase goes under contract, ask to have Stoddard County Title handle the closing. They are your trusted name for title insurance.
Final score tonight here at Kelly High School, Kelly 27, Charleston 20. A good game, Braxton, but the real story of the game was turnovers. Charleston fumbled 4 times. I think Kelly scored on all 4 of them, and that was really the difference in the football game.
Oh, yeah. I mean, 4 turnovers, that's tough to handle, especially allowing Kelly to score on, like you said, every one of those turnovers. I don't know if you could ever win a game turning the ball over that many times without stopping them on the other end.
On the other side of the ledger, Kelly had only given up 19 points all season. Charleston scores 20 tonight. So a nice, while one of those was a defensive touchdown, still a nice output of offense for Charleston, but just not quite enough against a good Kelly team. Saw a couple of really good running backs. The Chapel kid from Charleston we really liked, and as well the F-Team kid from Kelly, and that really is a big part of their game. The difference, I also think, one of the things, Kelly throws the football better than Charleston does, just to be honest about it.
Yeah, they can, and I mean, it just opens up their run game inside, outside. Getting a passing game really is key. I mean, Charleston was able to get a little bit with their runs, but I mean, Kelly knew exactly what they were doing every time that they snapped the ball, majority of the time anyways. And if Charleston could have, I mean, it doesn't even take much. Some quick passes, some wide receiver screens, some slants, just something to get your quarterback and your wide receiver on the same page and getting a little bit of yards and spreading that defense out.
Right. So, like I said, 27-20 final night. Kelly goes to 4-0. Charleston drops to 1-3. Just some reminders coming up on A-Corp Media Networks. Monday night at 6 will be the Advance Hornets traveling to Gideon to face the Bulldogs in a volleyball match, first volleyball game of the season that we broadcast at least. Fair time in Stoddard County. The Stoddard County Fair Parade will be broadcast Tuesday afternoon at 5:30 p.m. And then next Friday night, we will bring you the Portageville Bulldogs and the Charleston Blue Jays in a game between those two teams. You can catch all those on YHC TV Channel 21 on Sparklight Cable and YHC TV YouTube, also on Go SEMO 95 and the SEMO Sports Zone YouTube channel. Any final thoughts, Braxton?
It was a good night. It was a beautiful night, honestly. I mean, Kelly fans brought the noise. Kelly team brought the fight. I mean, it was good. Really good night of high school football.
It was. It was a very good night of high school football. Want to thank all of our production team tonight for all the good work they did to get us on the air. And once again, three things come up this week. Volleyball on Monday, parade on Tuesday, football next Friday night on the A-Corp Media Networks. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you next time.
Good night.